All right, guys, and with that in mind, welcome to Week 3 of the UFL season. We got the Roughnecks and the Showboats, both these teams 0-2. Someone's got to win. Someone's got to get their first win of the season. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. My name is JaredGary9. If you've never been to a JG9 live stream before, how it works like this, fire away in the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Houston 0-2, but the good news for the Roughnecks is that they just made a phenomenal trade. Marcus Sims, the former Michigan Panthers wideout, very good for Michigan, traded to the Roughnecks, try and give them a spark. So now you got maybe the best 1-2 punch at wide receiver in Sims and Justin Hall. Potentially, we'll see if Anthony Brown can deliver him the ball. That's a bit of an issue at quarterback for the Roughnecks this season. But we'll see what happens in this game. This game over at the Liberty Bowl. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is JG9. Vote on that poll. Who do you think wins this game? If you are a member, you can show your support for either one of these teams with the emojis in the chat. We're going to be doing both UFL games tomorrow as well, alongside the Cubs-Dodgers game. And yeah, this should be a fun one. Loser of this game loses out. I don't know, because you got to play the Brahmas, and the Brahmas suck right now. So I don't know. But it looks like Houston going to get the ball to start. Apologies I couldn't do the game yesterday. A wild one between Arlington and Birmingham. Not in terms of point score. It was very sloppy. If you didn't see it, if you didn't see what happened yesterday, looks deserved again. I got under 35 on this. Will it hit? The over has only hit one time this season. So I would say you got a pretty good chance of it hitting. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but the over has hit one time in 9 games this season. I know a lot of people have made a lot of money betting the under this year. I got Boston winning. All right, let's do this thing. Houston getting the ball to start, and we are underway at the Liberty Bowl. Kickoff return to the 20, 25, cuts inside and down to the 27-yard line. New video dropping, meanwhile, sometime about an hour after this game is done. So just keep that in mind. There must be a winner. 2 times it hit? Was that the live line? That might be the live line. Didn't hit any time last week. I know that. Did not hit any time last week. Hey, Pastor, how's it going? I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. If you missed yesterday's game, though, crazy finish. So Arlington forced a turnover Okay, Arlington forced a turnover. However, there was a review on the play that the play should not have started because of a false start. So the turnover got negated because the play never should have happened. It was the most beneficial penalty of all time, essentially. Birmingham got to keep the ball as a result, and they ended up scoring a touchdown in the game. Handoff here gets 1 yard, 2nd and 9 coming up. Roughnecks offense off to a rough start. They have not scored double figures in any game this season. Ever since Curtis Johnson took this team over, they have been in single digits more often than not. No best guarantee, but it's your first parlay since it's offseason. Nice. Yeah, last week, if you put $100 on a parlay, bet nothing but the favorites straight up and the unders, you would have won $4,500. Outright, that ball was caught down to the 30, we'll call it 34-yard line, catching the play there made by Justin Hall. Brings up 3rd and about 3. Took the under still. Yeah, I think under is still fine until it hits. Until we get to the 20s, I think you're okay. St. Louis is the one team you don't do it on. St. Louis is the one team because their offense actually looks competent. But right now, unders seem like a pretty safe bet. Justin Hall so far this season, 7 catches, 55 yards, most on the team, and most receiving yards on the team. 3rd and 3, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Brown hands it off up the middle. That's a first down, so a nice drive here to start. Gain of 4, may actually make it 5 with the extra effort. Did the ball come out at the end? Was he down? They're going to say it was down beforehand at the 40-yard line. So a nice run there up the middle by, it was White on that one. Down to the 39, first down. Got Kamada with a tour. Appreciate you being even more beneficial than Chargers Eagles 89. It's up there. It's very much up there. Spent $8 on lotto tickets and won nothing. That's the lotto for you. That's the lottery. There's a reason I don't play the lottery. There's a reason I don't do it. Because then you got to play it every week. You got to play the lotto every week at that point. Because then it's going to hit at some point. And it's going to hit when you don't play it. Handoff up the middle. Spin move. We're going to get down to the 45-yard line. Called a gain of about 4 for Zaquandra. I'll get you on the Jays game. Appreciate you, Gutmana, as always. You know, the lottery, I will never, ever play the lottery. I might buy, like, if it's like $1 ticket when it's, like, in the billions, maybe that's one thing, but yeah. Why does the NFL wait so long for the schedule to come out? There's a reason for that. And the reason for that is actually, it makes sense. They want to see how the draft plays out. You want to see how free agency plays out, want to see how the draft plays out, because matchups look a lot better with that. 2nd and 6. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. That's a pass behind the line, incomplete. Wants a flag for PI, not going to get it. Looking for Marcus Sims, his first target as a Roughneck. So I'll put it like this. Let's say, it doesn't happen this year, but let's say the Titans and the, actually it does happen this year. Titans versus Browns. First, like, how's it going? J608, appreciate you tuning in. Titans for the Browns this week, or this year. That game on paper sucks. However, let's say the Titans draft Ward first and the Browns take Sanders second. All of a sudden, that game's got some intrigue. You want to put that in prime time. Or you might put that week 1, have 1v2. Wobbly pass to the sideline, incomplete. No one home on that one. And the Roughnecks will be forced to punt this one away. Anthony Brown, got to see if he can get anything going. He has been terrible this season. 19 for 41, 46.3% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Yeah, the Red Sox lose at 11-1. 5 errors. You can't commit 5 errors to win a baseball game. Don't care who you play. You commit 5 errors, you're not going to beat anyone. But that's why they do it. Also, they want to spread it out. Because the NFL, they want to be the center of attention all year. So you do when nothing else is usually happening. Why not? Mike Rivers punting to Isaiah Henney. This one is going to be going. It bounced at the 1. That's a great punt. Oh, you cannot touch that ball, though. He crossed the goal line. I'm not sure. That might be a touchback. That's a great punt by Rivers, but I'm not sure. I am not sure if that's a touchback or not. He was on the goal line when he touched this ball. That was a Rashad Williams. He was in the end zone when he touched it. Did he ever reestablish himself? I don't know. I don't know. That's a great punt by Rivers. We're going to see if they spot that stuff coming inside the 2 or it's going to be the 25. We're going to see on this. Not the best job by Williams as the gunner, but a heck of a punt by Rivers. His seat's getting warm. His seat is definitely getting warm. Moving on from Ilma. Yeah, good decision. You can't let any player in college hold you hostage like that. And that's a touchback. Ball to 25. Ball to 25. Viewership and attendance down. Do you think the UFL makes it as a league? Well, the thing with viewership is it's a mixed bag. Like, I am very realistic when it comes to the UFL. The numbers on the over-the-air networks have not been good. The number on FS1 was incredible. So I honestly don't know. They're talking about expansion, which, again, the quality of play sucks right now. I'll be the first to admit. Hand off to the side. This one going to Prince. Prince will get a yard on the play. Like, I honestly don't know. It definitely feels different this year. It definitely feels a lot different this year. I just feel bad for the Battlehawks if that happens. I don't understand how touch record works. Basically, you can't touch the ball if you're in the end zone. You can't touch the ball if you're in the end zone. Second night at the 26. I hope it survives. I really do. I hope it survives. More football is good football, and there are a lot of guys that can make it in the NFL. The problem is that I think they did everything wrong this year in terms of you don't start the season. If it's a TV league, don't start during the height of March Madness. Slam pass, incomplete, broken up on the play by Damon Arnett. Looking for Jonathan Adams, 3rd and 9. Check the numbers of viewership. They come out usually every Monday. Usually Mike Mitchell is the Twitter account you want to follow. Like, if you're a fan-driven league, you don't play Friday Night Football. And if you are a viewership-driven league, you don't start the season here. If the goal is to start, like, and get guys to the NFL, you don't start the season in March. So I don't know. I can't tell you. Perry, they send 4. Drag right over the middle. That ball is caught by Adams. Adams to the 45, and he'll be brought down right around there. Damon Arnett on the stop, but Jonathan Adams making the grab. Like, I think the problem right now is Adams, 15 catches, 221 yards this season. He's got about half the receptions this season for the team. Gain of 18. I wish I could sim that. The issue right now for the UFL, it's very simple. This is what the XFL did right. What the XFL did right is, quite simply, they had yes, we do need that, Eggen era. We do need a team after a dinosaur that no one can pronounce. We do need that. That'd be great. Handoff gain of 2 up the middle, brought down on the play by Darius Merengue. Prince gets 2. He's got 5 yards so far. What they did right was they knew we have to start training camp early. So the XFL had training camp. I'm talking like 2023 XFL and 2020 XFL. They started training camp early. So these offenses have to gel. So they hit the ground running. And the quality was good from day one. Problem is that the offenses are so far behind because offensive line play is always the toughest to have a gel. So you had no one. Like, camp was like 3 weeks. It was not long. Out route caught, breaks a tackle, and Prince gets down to the 41 of Houston. In plus territory, gain of 11. The problem is that the UFL felt very rushed this year. So, I think the quality will improve, like it did last year, over the second half. The problem, though, is that when you have a tanking season and 20% of the season, no offense but St. Louis look even watchable. That's the problem. NFL rigged or scripted? No, it's not. Yeah, they parted ways with a lot of people. Yep. You're right on that one, David. Ball the 40-yard line. No, it's not scripted at all. Hand up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Prince, though, will get back to the line. That's about it. Brought down on the play by JT Tyler. Had a good season last year with the Roughnecks. 2nd and 10. Now they have to decide: are they a ticket league or are they a ticket league or are they a ratings league? So I'm not sure right now with the way you're doing it. You can't be both. Right now with the way you're doing it, you really can't be both. Because you're getting nothing with both. 2nd and 9, Perry. Out route. Bit behind his man, but Adams makes the grab. His second grab of the day down to the 34-yard line. Brought down by Leon O'Neal. And also on the takedown is Kenyon Isaac. Is there really any proof that it isn't? I mean, yes. Yes, there's a lot of proof that it's not rigged. There's a lot of proof. The only encouraging piece of news, like really encouraging piece, yeah, Caps are down 6 on the Jackets. The encouraging piece that I was not expecting was the FS1 rating on a Sunday night. For a hard-to-get cable channel that got over 500,000 people and peaked at about 650 during the end of the game. Slam pass caught to the 20-yard line and down to the 19. Another 3rd down conversion. Kwame Lassiter Perry looks comfortable today, and they're in the red zone. They got over 650,000, which for FS1 on a Sunday night is really good, considering it's a huge increase from the FS1 game last year. All-time player became so overrated, so much to the point they become underrated. Oh, wait. Overrated to the point of being underrated? Huh. I don't know about that. Handoff up the middle, down to the 20. Loss of 1 on the play. Summer Football League. Problem with summer, you can't do summer because no one's going to get signed. The problem is that the whole point of these leagues is to get people to go to the NFL. That's the whole point. And that's how these leagues do well. You get people in the NFL. Like Favre Jr. Yeah, I don't think that. Maybe Kobe, but I don't know. So if you play in the summer, no one's going to get signed in the NFL. So the quality is going to go down even more. Back shoulder almost picked off. Looking there, I believe, for Isaiah Washington. Brings up 3rd and 11. Keenan Isaac on the coverage. And also, ratings are not good for summer. Because a lot of people spend time outdoors. Like on weekends in summer, you're not watching football. You're spending time outdoors. You're doing stuff. You're going away. You're not watching football. 3rd and 11. Still no score. 10 minutes in. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Perry stepping up. Going to take off and run. Going to try to get the first, setting the edge of the 15. He'll get down to the 14. Gain of 5 on the run. Sean Preston on the stop. April, July. And that's pretty much what we're doing right now. So we're going mid-June. And that will send the field goal out for Matt Coughlin. If I had to bet on any player to make it into the NFL, be this guy right here, Matt Coughlin, line up for the field goal. Was money last season. It's a strong leg. Former Michigan State kicker. Last year in the UFL, 16 for 18. So far, 4 for 5 this year. Was 95% in 2023 with the Breakers in the USFL. Kick is good. Coughlin gets the Showboats on the board. 4th of July football game, we do not need that. So Coughlin, across his 3 years of spring football, he's been money. 39 for 43. 91% across the last 3 seasons of spring ball. I don't know about you, but that screams NFL worthy to me. That screams UFL worthy. Start the UFL the week after the conference championships and go from there. I think we after the Super Bowl's fine. I mean, the ratings were good when the XFL started there, and quality was good. The issue we had during this with the Storm summertime selling tickets. Yep, there's a reason why baseball teams during summer the ticket prices are always less. Like, there's a reason a lot of these ticket prices are very cheap. Like $100 for the whole summer, $200 for the whole summer. Who drops for the 7th seed? Ooh. I'm going to say the T-Wolves. Why we need a 4th of July football game? I just don't see the need for it. We got a lot of stuff. We got the hot dog contest, fireworks, baseball, pool parties. Like, we already have a lot 4th of July. Yeah, too associated with baseball, hot dog eating, fireworks. Like, 4th of July is like the perfect holiday as it is. There's always something happening. It's always you watch the hot dog eating contest. And then you either watch baseball, you go to a pool party, and then watch fireworks at night. We don't really need football in there. Who manages the Sox in 26? Veritek, I think Veritek would be the lead. Yeah, I think Veritek probably would be the leader in the clubhouse on that one. I would say Veritek on that one. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Helps the channel a ton. Again, this game over on ABC if you do want to watch. Showboats 3-0 to start this one off. A nice drive for them that start the 25 after a bad special teams mistake by the Roughnecks. Houston, well, they're just 1-11 since Curtis Johnson took over as head coach. Right, too hot? Yep, exactly. Way too hot. Big Beaver Business Memphis money line? All right. Yeah, I'm not betting on Curtis Johnson at all. I will say that much. I know they just got Marcus Sims, but for me personally, I don't bet on Curtis Johnson to win games. That's just what it comes down to. That's the reality. Until he actually wins some games, I'm not betting on the Roughnecks at all. So, makes I completely get the logic there. I completely get the logic of Beaver Liquors disagrees. Yeah. June 6th coming to birthday. Wow, can't believe he's 23. Happy early. Yeah, it's going to be fun. June 6th got a lot of stuff. Liberty Bowl empty by what you're seeing. Looks more full than last game. Last game got 4,000 people, so there's nowhere to go but up. There's some people in the end zone at least. I'm going to guess about 5,600 tickets. But it's still terrible. But I'm guessing about 5,600 today. It is still very empty. But there are people in the end zone, which is more than I can say from the last game. I'm going to guess 5,600. We will get an update in the fourth quarter, as we do for all these games. In the Bay Area, June 6th. Nice. Stream on July 4th? I don't know yet. Which draws worse, UFL or AEW? Well, AEW at least, like... AEW at least looks better because they have, like, the stadiums they play in are arenas, so they're smaller. UFL tickets? Oh, they're not expensive at all. They're not expensive. Kickoff here. Taken to the 25. Cuts inside and down to the 31-yard line. Goes Lawrence Keys. Then again, I'm not sure any AEW events pulling with a Battlehawks poll. So that'll be nice for Memphis USL game. Yeah. Visit mom to get my new car. Ooh. Alright, first time the 31-yard line for the Roughnecks. They've scored 12 points so far in 9 quarters of work. Yeah, I'm with you on that, GSS. Well, I think things that Memphis has been burnt way too many times. Memphis has been burnt way too many times with spring football. So the thing with Memphis, they had the WFL. They supported them well. Folded. Had the USFL. Folded. XFL 2001. Folded. AAF. Folded. So I think if you're Memphis, it's like, wait, we've been burned way too many times. Like, why should I support money and give money to a team that I don't know if it's going to last? Because my heart's been broken way too many times. The NFL experiment, that didn't work. My birthday, August 1st. So I get why Memphis is very skeptical. Like, part of the reason no one's talking about this is with St. Louis, why they do well. It's not just a middle finger to Kroenke. I mean, that's a big reason why. But part of why it works, St. Louis, they've never been burnt by spring football. They didn't have a WFL team, or a USFL team, or an AAF team, or XFL 2001 team. Right, they had CFL as well. St. Louis never had CFL. Like, St. Louis has never been burnt before. They've never been burnt. It's almost like, for the Battlehawks, this is your first love. And for Memphis, it's some girls saying, I love you after the last 5 relationships you had ended with divorce. With the girl initiating the divorce. It's like, I get it. I get it. Memphis get an NFL team? No. No chance. No chance on that one. No chance on that one. So that's part of why. So I get it with Memphis. Believe me, I completely get why Memphis does not necessarily draw well. And they're probably the worst market in the league in terms of attendance. There's a reason for that. How's it going, Jacob? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, Louisville could easily Louisville would be a great market. Easily be a great market. Send me a ticket for Sunday baseball? Oh, we could potentially. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. St. Louis get a new NFL team? I could see that potentially. I could see it. Matching up in the NBA Finals? Celtics Lakers. Yeah, that was a rough one. 7-4 loss after having the lead. What was it, 4-0? They lose. Oof. Bruins next season? Oh no, they'll make some changes. They'll make some changes. No, this is ABC. This is on ABC. Oh crap! Wait, no, it is ESPN. You're right on that. I think I got the dates mixed up. My apologies, sir. I'll change the scope when I can. Johnster with a 10. Which game do you want getting on the call for it? It's one Jays, Braves, Giants, Phils, or Red Sox, Rays. I'll get you on the call for it. Appreciate you a ton. First down, hand off to the side, spin move, Zaquandre White down to the 35, gain of 4. Which game do you want to get to 12? Fact or fiction? NBA is falling off in viewership and ratings so hard that the NHL has a chance to catch them by 2031. All right, you want the Rays game? Get you on the Rays game. Appreciate your time. Fact or fiction there? I'm going to say fiction. You have to remember, too, the NHL is very niche. It is very regionalized. So the NHL is extremely regionalized. The NBA still has the star power. They still have the national appeal that the NHL really does not have outside of the Northeast and the markets that have teams. Past there, Carl Rao, Kiki Chisholm's first script of the day, game of 3. I can't see any universe where by 2031 the NHL overtakes the NBA in ratings. I can't see that happening. I know the ratings have fallen off. I know the NBA is doing a lot of stuff wrong. But I can't see the NHL overtaking him. It's still a very regionalized sport. 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. A quick 3 and out. Saquandre Wright gets stuffed. White gets stuffed. PJ Hall on the stop. And they got a punt. The other thing, too, is, cable. And the NBA just got an over-the-air TV deal, which is huge. So now you got not one, but 2 networks over the air that are televising the NBA. That's always big. So you have NBC and ABC televising the NBA. I can't see it. NBA Finals, or Western Conference, I think Thunder Lakers, and then Celtics Cavs. I was going to say, Thunder Lakers cannot happen in the NBA Finals. I will bet you $1 bajillion that will not be the NBA Finals matchup. David Stern will always be a great commissioner? No. Okay, so Stern is like Rozelle. I'll put it that way. How I view David Stern is how I view Pete Rozelle. If that makes sense. Punt return here, down to the 18-yard line. It is Isaiah Henney. So, what I mean by that, what Stern did for the NBA to start off was incredible. It really was. It was incredible. The games were on tape delay before he got there. The league was in serious trouble. He saved the NBA. At the same time, the final decade and a half was crap. The officiating scandal with Donaghy, the multiple labor stoppages, the entire image, NHL back to NBC, no, I can't say it. The entire image of the NBA in the 2000s. The NBA had a serious image problem in the 2000s. But Stern did not do a lot. Like, he fixed it when it was too late. So, Stern was terrible at his job the second half. The first half, he was really good. As Perry going to go down, sacked on the play, loss of 5 to Sean Bauer on the stop. The Sonics move, yep, he did not handle that one well. $10 center win the finals? Ooh. I could see that happening, though. I could see that happening. CBS, parent company of TNT, TBS, Turner Sports. I actually don't know on that. I don't think so. I don't think they're owned by Viacom. No, they're not owned by Viacom. They're owned by Warner. They just partner together with with March Madness, but Turner Sports is owned by Warner, and CBS is owned by Viacom. So no. Circuit commissioner from the 80s to about the early 2010s. Half of the middle, down to the 24-yard line. Prince. They'll get some of that yardage back. They're not owned. Yeah. Blackouts are also killing NBA viewership. Yep. Yeah, I love how because of the play-in tournament, like, all the teams are in the playoffs. Like, there's no spots to be decided the final day of the season. Should NHL do it like what? I mean, over the year is better for ratings. All right, let's go in, Kissy. Perry, stepping up, fires on the run, batted down, incomplete. Looking for Adams and broken up on the play by Arnett. Having a sharp game so far, a quick 3 and out. How many primetime games? The max, so 6. Worst decision Rozelle and Stern made? Oh, man. I mean, I think go 82, I would say 82 and 99 on that one. Like, you gotta go with labor stoppages, right? You gotta go labor stoppages. Excluding labor stoppages, I think Rozelle, his worst mistake was not expanding after 76. Punt here. It's not a good one. Takes a very good bounce on the play for Houston. That's going to be down at the 48-yard line. It's a 24-yard punt. Mangel, way too much backspin on that one. Down by, I'm just at the 40. It's a 24-yard punt, and we go to the end of the first quarter, 3-0. Thanksgiving, Christmas next year in the NFL. Ooh. Thanksgiving, I'm going to say Chiefs, Cowboys, Lions, Vikings, and I'm going to say Eagles, Commanders. Yeah, it started on Christmas one year, yeah. Last message. Video coming out. Video is coming out later after the game is done. If anime early 2000s happened today, it would have been image problem. White America wasn't used to hip hop and cornrows like they are now. Yeah. But you have to remember though, before the early in the early 2000s, you had guys that were coming to games not in suits. They were not in dress clothes coming to games. Baggy jerseys. And obviously, there was an image problem. A lot of rap songs, a lot of obviously Mouse of the Palace. I mean, there was a problem. Now, how much of that was due to racism? You can argue. But there definitely was an image problem back then. Goodell, I think he's got about like 15 years left. Pats opening against Miami week 1. I could see that. Best and worst decision Ben made. I think the worst one he made was the work stop, was 04-05. The best one he made, honestly, probably Four Nations. Four Nations was great. No, we're not doing another game later. There's nothing on. And I'm going to the D-back simulator tonight. He's hired a lawyer with intent to saying wrongful termination. You were 0-12 last year. Wrongful termination. Yeah, it didn't help at all. You're right on that one, Cujo. Wrongful termination on a 0-12 season. Yeah, no, I think you're right on that from that perspective. You're definitely right on that one. Also Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to be working a lot. Tomorrow we're going to be doing 2 games for the UFL, then sign up baseball. OT, I have not decided yet. Sunday we're doing both UFL games, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then 7 o'clock we're doing Cubs-Dodgers. Larry O'Brien. I think it was solid. There's a reason the trophy saved after him. And there's a reason about that. I mean, it wasn't great, obviously, but I mean, the games were on tape delay. But he did have the merger. The merger helped. But the tape delay did not. So, mixed bag. E3 and 8, there were no work stoppages at least with MLB. But didn't really, I think a bit underrated. A380, I think he was a bit underrated. I think Ebroth was a bit underrated. The Jim Rome David Stern? Yes. Oh, that interview's a classic. Oh, man. That one's a classic. I think I actually remembered watching that. Like, live. Yeah, Christmas, I think Chiefs going to play on Christmas. I don't know who they're going to play. We go Chiefs Broncos on Christmas. And then I don't know the other games just yet. I'm going to guess Packers, hand up the middle, take it down to the 42-yard line. Gain a 6 on the run there by Zaquandre White. Next NFL commissioner, will they change? Oh, I have no idea. They'll promote from in-house, I think so. I think they'll go in-house. I think it's Uberoth, right? I think it's Uberoth. Yeah, AHL, yeah, I think they're definitely steady right now. Haven't had any labor stoppages in a while, which is good. Yeah, 2 at the bottom. He was way better as NBA commissioner than head of DNC, I'll put it that way. Second for CM. They did not win anything back then. Out route to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain at 2. 3rd and 2. College baseball speaks college basketball or college football? No. No chance on that one. No chance. No chance there. Right, yeah, happy medium. Yep. Just find a happy medium. I think, honestly, the happy medium, they'll never do it. They'll never in a million years do it. Defensive 3 seconds. Yeah, that would help. 3rd and 1. Hand up the middle, down to the 34. The happy medium, honestly, and they'll never do it. I don't know how it would work, but if mid-range jumpers were 4 points, that would change a lot. The mid-range was 4 points, things would change a lot. 26-27 is the first 18-game season. I think 27-28 is the first 18-game season. I think you're off by a year. Handoff, loss of 2 to the 36. 11 overs, 30 and a half. Jeez. Right, Deputy Commissioner versus Bettman. Yeah, usually what happens. Usually what happens. Yeah, Bettman gets booed every public appearance. So, I mean, Goodell does too. Manfred does. Silver does. That's what a commissioner does. They get booed a lot. Jim Rome made a cameo in the music video for what pop punk anthem? Ooh, 99. Jim Rome. Ooh. Handoff up the middle. And then trying to cut outside is white down to the 32. All right. So I'm going to guess it's not Steal My Sunshine. Because they spent all the money for that video on Coke. I'm going to guess My Own Worst Enemy. Why they get booed? Because they just do. They just do. Because anytime a decision is made that you don't like, you blame the person at the top. NBA event or controversy you wouldn't believe it was never recorded on camera. The Mouse of Palace is one of them. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. There's one I want to do a video on. Outright Incomplete. It's not on camera. 40-41 is first season new NFL teams. I'm going to say fixture. I think it's before that. And that should send the field unit out for 50-yard try. There's one thing I got to do a video on. I would never believe it if it wasn't in newspapers. The Mouse of Palace is probably one. 4 professional commissioners ranked right now. Goodell, Manfred, Bettman, Silver. Yeah, I can see that one. I think that could work. 50-yard try here to tie the game by Chris Blewett. Nope, but it did make it ooh, I don't know on this one. I don't know. That plays Sundays. That would help a lot in terms of ratings. They take a delay of game. Are they super challenging this? Trio. Oh, man. Oh, I'm not sure that's going to help. Wonderful by Everclear? I don't think that's right. Timeout Houston. To avoid delay of game. Players who are like that because they're less time off in the summer? I mean, it worked in 21. The ratings weren't great for the finals that year, though. A lot of that had to do with the teams playing. I'm not sure. 32, 33. I can see that. I can see that. NBA defense violation. What do I get with a rat pick? Illegal defense, defensive 3 second. Defensive 3 second. I'd rather get rid of. You know, Mouse of House covered one for a while. Yeah, the Bettman lockouts don't help him at all. So Blue going to line for a 50-yard field goal, tie the game. MLS wants to play spring. Vez portrayed running around naked. It's not all the small things, is it? It can't be all the small. I feel like that'd be too obvious if it was Blink 182. MLS wants to play fall to spring. I could see it to line up with the international window. The problem, though, is that winter time would be a nightmare to play in half of these cities. How you going to play outdoors in Toronto in the winter? 50-yard try. Blew it. That one shanked. Holy cow. That was closer to Nashville than it was to the uprights. Not even close. Memphis ball when we get back, despite the good field position. Same album. What's My Age Again? Is it What's My Age Again? New salary cap? Yeah. Well, that'll be the... Well, there's always there's a new salary cap every year, so fiction on that. There's a new salary cap every year. There's a new cap every year. Memphis ball when we get back. All right, yeah, so there's this thing that happened. I wish there was video of it. Oh, I want to say... This was back in the... Being vain, let's go. I think this was back in the 70s in the NBA. I think it was back in the 70s. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I want to say there was a game in the 1970s. I think it was the late 70s. Where I think it was the Knicks against the Pistons, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can find the newspaper article. I forget what team. Let me double check. Sometime around there. Yeah, Knicks Clippers. Knicks Clippers. 1979. This is like worthy of a video. Knicks Clippers. There's no footage of this. This is my holy grail for basketball because this is, I mean, this is insane. They decided the Knicks played the Clippers. And the halftime show was a sportscaster in San Diego getting pied in the face with 60 pies. Now, you might be able to see the problem with that. There was no tarp on the court where this was. So the halftime show was a guy getting pied in the face with 60 pies with no tarp underneath the floor. Yeah, the game got delayed by an hour because of the halftime show. There's no footage of this. No one's put a video on this. No one's made a video on this, but whoever was the genius that came out with that promotion, not realizing, hey, we kind of can't have, like, the floor's going to be all messed up. Yeah, genius promotion. Yeah, Michael's about Costas basketball. Yeah, there's a great interview about how Costas got involved with basketball. See, I know what the movie was about. Did it say what sports car was? Yes, it did. It was... Let's see. Ted Leitner. Ted Leitner. The floor was not... Yeah, it was... Yeah, I'll put the newspaper link in there. The game didn't end until 10:30 at night. The Knicks filed a protest. The game got delayed. 1979, not the worst promotion from 1979 across all sports, but it's up there. It's not Disco Demolition Night, but it's pretty bad. And then the person who created the promotion said, "You don't know how these things are going to turn out. We didn't know it would get out of hand and delay the game." Do you not know how pies work? Expanded rosters. 18-game season will be the first. So I'm going to say first down at the 40-yard line, out route caught to the 42-yard line, gain of 2 on the play. I'm going to say when they go to 18 games, they'll expand the rosters. So 27-28. All good going. So appreciate you tuning in. The Red Sox are very consistent this year. He was Padres fans. Oh, yeah. I didn't recognize the name. I did not recognize the name. ESPN one day away from LeBron and Bronny throw by CCMA for sports program. At least it wouldn't delay the show. At least it wouldn't delay the show. 2nd and 7. One at the top, one at the bottom. Perry under center. Hands it off, bottled up at the 39-yard line. Nothing doing there for Jalen Jackson, the former Charger back, thrown down by Leon O'Neal for a huge loss. 3rd and about 12. Jackson, nothing on the run there. Jackson so far this season, if you're wondering, just 24 yards rushing on 2.2 yards carry. That's gonna go the average down. If the open games continue to suck, well, I stopped streaming them. So 3rd and 10. They send 4. Perry, drag route, caught. Can't get the first down. 3 and out. Adams, gain of 4, thrown down by Arnett. So what I've decided with that, is Friday nights would be off the table at that point. I wouldn't skip D-backs games. I'll put it that way. I wouldn't skip D-backs games minus the championship. I wouldn't skip D-backs at that point. One of the was worst 1979 promotion if that idiot halftime show wasn't it. Disco Demolition Night. Disco Demolition Night was the worst. Low scoring, especially. Yeah, but this isn't like good defense. A lot of this is just bad offensive line play and quarterbacks that don't know what they're doing. Punt, field at the 20, haul to the 25, and he will be brought down right around there. Out of bounds, thrown out of bounds by Jaquan Shepard. So I have thought about that. Because I was like, I really thought Birmingham-Arlington would be a good game, and then I saw the highlights and whatnot. No, Tottenham's not going to be on a Friday. No, it's going to be on a Sunday. It's going to be on a Sunday. I'm like, oh, this is like... Well, I put it this way. There's one Saturday that I can't do because I'm going to be back in New York with my sister, celebrating her graduation. And I was very skeptical about going back because I want to work the UFL games. And now it's like, I don't know. What is that? Yeah, Disco Demolition. Yeah, that is sports related. Yep. White Sox, 1979. Maybe the most infamous promotion in the history of sports. It kind of ended disco. Basically, there was a huge disco backlash back then. As there was a loss of 2 on the pass, or gain of 2, I should say, on the pass. Like 2nd and 8. Catch there made by Lawrence Keys. There's a huge backlash of disco. So what they did was they had people come into the stadium and bring their disco records, and they would burn them all on the field before the game. And then a riot broke out, and fans stormed the field, and White Sox had to forfeit. It was a nightmare. I think there was a whole Wikipedia article on it, because it was the most infamous promotion of all time. Hand off here down to the 31 gain of 4. 10-cent beer night happened. That would have been a fun night. Oh, yeah. Can't imagine that today. UFL has to work with the quality of play, not going to strike with the one half of the league. Yep. You got to be realistic. Yep. The thing is that the UFL has no money. Place smell like pot? Yep. It's not the only thing it smelled like. Not the worst scandal in White Sox history. K-pop Demolition Night would help attendance. Yeah, again, the UFL, like, health insurance, it would more than quadruple the salary for all these guys. Brown, taking off and going to run for the first down. Anthony Brown down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 13 on the run. First down there. Keeping the drive alive here in midfield. Like, they literally don't have the money at all. Yeah, climbing where the wall's getting, yeah, people were breaking into the stadium. You know, they did not expect to end up like that. Which you probably should have. You probably should have. If you're going to, anything with fire. Anything with fire and mob mentality, you probably should expect. Zeke Vanderberg, the injured player, but he'll walk off on his own power, which is good to see. Well, the 44-yard line for Houston. And appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like this, make sure you hit the like button down below, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. You know, there's a lot of documentaries on Disco Demolition Night. We go to a commercial break as a result of this. There's a lot of docs on Disco Demolition. Health insurance is a big issue in the AFL when I work there. I'm guessing with a lot of these leagues, it's a big issue. Because how do you expect a lot of these leagues, like AFL, you travel everywhere by bus. Nowadays, at least. You travel everywhere by bus. You're not flying. Maybe back in the 2000s you were. When the AFL was actually pretty big. But they don't have the money for health insurance. Oh, no, you're good, David. You're totally fine. You're totally fine. No, I completely see. Completely see the issue. It's almost like it's a double-edged sword. It's like on one hand, you want to make it in the NFL. You want to keep your pro football career growing. But on the other hand, you want to do it, there's only so many leagues you can go to that offer you the benefits. Because it's an expensive sport to play. It just is. It's a very expensive sport. It's not like soccer. You see teams popping up all the time. Football is very hard. Very hard to get going with football. We have TV timeout right now due to an injured player. But walking off was Vandenberg. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. New video dropping after this game sometime around there. So keep that in mind. We'll go back to the 60s for this one. Just currently working the UFL, probably won't come here. It makes sense. Makes sense. Blue Jackets dropped 7 on the Caps. Jeez. I know they were up 6-7. They scored a 7th? Wow. Maybe it's strategic by the Caps to not win the President's Cup, so they don't get the curse. Maybe this is all strategery on their end. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it is. But bad time to play your worst hockey. Put it that way. Right before the Stanley Cup playoffs are starting. Not the time you want to slump. Not the time you want to slump. I'll put it that way. You know, I want the UFL to do well. I really do. I want to invest in this whole setup if I wanted it to fail. I didn't like doing it. Like, that's what it comes down to. D-backs record when I'm there all time this season. Well, this season I'm 2-2. This season it's 2-2. All time I have no idea. It's been like 100 games at this point. About 500. How the Indians go 41 years without going to the playoffs from 54-95, then immediately lose the World Series in 6. Remember back then, only division winners made the playoffs. So the Indians were in a division that was stacked. So that's part of why. I mean, like 150 game, yeah, it's not a lot. Not a lot. Worst commissioner on 4 major U.S. sports, not based on recency bias. The worst one? Ooh. First down. Pass behind the line. It's caught. Down to the 47. Gain of 3 on the screen. Alright, I've been so mad about that we're all laughing. The Thunder Brandon Van was seeing a marijuana dispensary. It's Oregon. What do you expect? Wish the NFL could help the UFL. I mean, they do. They have officials working down there. They have officials working. The worst one. Oh. Over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Justin Hall. I don't know what the worst one would be. I don't know the worst one. The first commissioner of MLS was really bad, but that's, you're talking like Big 4. Checks it down. First down at the 44-yard line. Gain of 10 for Marcus Sims. The new addition, immediately paying dividends. So we're first going to hit the over. We had one over hit earlier this season, but 10-step beer night, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Owners just said to put our logo, probably in the van so the players drive. Oh, jeez. The players drove? Well, that's easy enough there. That makes a ton of sense then as to why it wouldn't work out. Hand up the middle. Nothing doing. 2nd and 10. I don't know who the worst commissioner of all time would be. Billy Coon had his flaws. Billy Coon definitely had his flaws. I know that much. Faye Vincent was not good. It was want to send him to the owners, but at the cost of a lot of stuff. Mountain Land. So Mount Atlantis. The thing I was gonna say Mount Atlantis. Here's the thing, Mount Atlantis. Slam pass over the middle, incomplete, dropped on the play by Hall. The thing with Landis. He was necessary for the Black Sox scandal. He was the very first commissioner in anything. I think Stern was 2016 that he died. It was New Year's Day. I remember that. And just to say that. So Mount Atlantis, baseball needed structure. They needed something after the Black Sox scandal. So Mount Atlantis was great at the start for that and that alone. he changed the game in a positive way in that regard, because there was no commissioner back then. So Brown runs for 7. Down to the 36. 4th and 2. You figure they're going to go for it here. They blew it. Shanked the last one. Having said that, after the Black Sox scandal, absolute flaming racist that did not integrate baseball. It was 2020. Oh, wow. That's a lot later than I thought. So Mount Atlantis, I don't know if I call him the worst, he was the very first commissioner. And again, he was a necessary figure for the Black Sox reason. Timeout on the play. Roughnecks going to call him before this 4th down play. They're going to go for it here. But after, it's almost like Adam Silver. Like, Donald Sterling, banned for life. Fantastic. Everything he's done since then sucked. Mount Atlantis, great for Black Sox. And then, oh man, he was terrible. Fox trying to keep UFL alive and renew a contract with MLS. Well, MLS, I think I want to keep MLS alive because you have to remember, they have the rights to the World Cup. They're going to expect a ratings boom from the World Cup. Fourth and 1. I formation. 4:02 to go in the half. Brown hands it off up the middle. Got the first. Nice blocking there. Spin move. Keeping the ball moving to the 23-yard line. 13-yard run there. Houston gets a 4th down conversion. Nice blocking downfield by Emmanuel Butler. Thunder went over. Yeah, I think so. I can see him. It's a Quandre White. And they're playing great basketball. SJ looks incredible. I think they can win it all. I'm going to take the Lakers, Celtics finals, but Thunder can absolutely win it all. Nice drive here for the Roughnecks. Again, this is a team that scored just 15 points their first 10 quarters. Looking for their first touchdown in the first 3 quarters of a game this season. Handoff there against 1, 2nd and 9. I can think it's on here to say, but I was watching CBS 1 News, her my stepdad. Oh, wow. Any age minimum for sure? No. No, private companies, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want, age-wise. You usually want a guy with legal experience. You want a guy that's been around the block for a little bit. So usually not hiring anyone under the age of, like, 45 for commissioner. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Brown checks it down the crow route to the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, maybe 3. Either way, 3rd and medium here with 2.5 to go in the first half. I'm pretty sure you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, hit that like button down below, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Oh, the new story to talk about? Oh, wait, hang on. About Stern's death? Or something else? Yeah, Birmingham. Well, they averaged their same amount they usually get. Now, I don't know if that's tickets sold or if that number's accurate, but they said they got 10,000. Out route incomplete. Now we'll see what they decide to do with the 2-minute warning. Looking for Hall. Would have been short of the 6 either way. Go on vacation soon. Nice. Let's see, only 161,000 viewers. Yeah, interest in MLS is going down because of the Apple TV deal. It's harder to keep up with the league now because Apple TV, that deal is good for international fans, but terrible for domestic fans. They blew it with that. They got a lot of money, but at what cost? They put short-term gain over long-term growth. Captain Sunday got around 900K. Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good number for an NHL regular season game. I'm assuming it's a Stern story. I didn't see the if it's another story, I don't think that comment went through. But at least like MLS on Fox, like Fox doesn't have to keep MLS alive. Fox has to keep the UFL alive. It's one of those things where Fox is responsible for the UFL. They're not responsible for MLS. So it's very much low risk, lower cost, lower overhead. Oh, it's going to go through? Yeah. It's all one platform, yeah. Like there's, like, even though 161,000 is terrible for MLS on Fox, like that's obviously atrocious for over the year. There's lower overhead costs compared to football. Yeah, 3-0 half. Well, hang on. Houston might score this drive. They're in the red zone. They might score. We might get a field goal. We might get a field goal. Yeah, Friday night games are just not good for attendance. I think Fox thought they were doing something with Friday night games, and it hasn't worked out that way from a rating standpoint. It hasn't worked out that way from an attendance standpoint. It just hasn't worked out that way at all from any standpoint. That's just the reality of the situation. For the 2-minute warning, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Houston wants about Memphis is 3. I'm guessing I took the over on this one, Cujo. It'll take a wild guess on that one. Oh, man. We got 40 in the chair right now. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. NBA being less popular with LeBron per Jordan makes Jordan win the GOAT debate? No. Fiction on that. Popularity does not have anything to do with GOAT. Popularity has something to do with GOAT. Well, Sunday nights is different. Sunday nights is the NFL is a lot different. Sunday nights are also a good day for primetime usually. Friday nights are not. But NBA being less popular compared to Jordan makes Jordan win the GOAT? Yeah, no, that's not even remotely true in terms of fact or fiction. I'll put it this way. Attendance in baseball is higher now than it was back in the 1920s. But Babe Ruth is still the GOAT. Come on with it. I appreciate you, man. I'll get you on the Braves game. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Like, popularity doesn't have anything to do with being the GOAT. Like, the NFL is, like, more popular today than it was back in the 80s. But Jerry Rice or Randy Moss, I'm taking Jerry Rice. Yeah, Fox trying to air as many sports as they can on Friday night. They are. Not sure it's worth it, though. Not sure for this it's worth it. Like, live programming costs a lot of money. They're not getting 7 figures. Blue going to line for a field goal, 36 yards. Shanked the first one pretty badly from 50. This one, we'll see what he can do here. Jordan playing part in growing the game. LeBron couldn't grow the game. Oh, I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. Bad snap, but blew it. Able to hit the kick, and it is good. 3-all. You have to remember, the game started at a different spot. So the NBA was in a good spot when LeBron got there. The NBA was not a good spot when Jordan got there. Games were on tape delay. It was the reason the NBA grew. You're not wrong there. You're not wrong there. But that doesn't have anything to do with the GOAT debate. It doesn't really have anything to do with the GOAT. Like, I'll put it this way. The New England Patriots were a joke for a while. Bill Parcells got there. That team became professional. That team finally started looking like a competent run franchise. Grew the game tremendously. Foxborough Stadium was starting to sell out every game. Parcells was phenomenal. But he's not the greatest coach of all time with the Patriots. It's Belichick. Oh, mysterious illness. Oh! Yeah, I wonder what that could have been. Memphis with college football playoff on 25. I don't think so. It's tough for a team in the American because you got to be the best of the power of the group of 5. So I don't think so. But it's possible. LeBron NBA went down. I mean, not by like. It did go down, but not like out of bounds to the 35-yard line. In terms of cultural impact, that's very different. So greatest of all time usually is reserved for on the court. We're not talking cultural impact in GOAT debates. You never do cultural impact in GOAT debates. Because cultural impact, if that's a thing, you could say that Joe Namath is the GOAT for the NFL. But he's definitely not. Yeah, Patrick Pearson, Monday, Julio Jones, Brandon Graham. Yeah, another of my child football players. Yep. It feels weird seeing guys that you remember when they got drafted and now they're all retiring. It's like, oh, boy. Look, and I agree. Jordan's the GOAT. I agree that Jordan's the GOAT. We agree on that. Perry, stepping up, fires over the middle of the field. That ball is caught at the 39-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. Well, we both agree that LeBron's the GOAT. Last year on the grab. But it's more... I don't factor the off-the-court stuff in with GOAT debates. I just think who I want on the floor. Perry. Out route, did he get both feet in? Did he drag the foot? Lassiter did at the 49-yard line. Now stop the clock. First down. Nice scheme there. You're in midfield. Let's double check. Did he drag the feet? I think he did. See the turf pellets come up. That looks good to me. First down. Perry checks it down. He's 3 for 3 this drive. First down to the 35 and out of bounds to the 32. That'll stop the clock. Kai Loxley is first grab of the game, a 17. What new teams make college football playoff with 25? BYU, I think, will make it. You let us know what they in the history of the world. Did feel like that. You think about the impacts on the game usually? Yeah, I think... By that logic, though, like, impact on the game, Wilt Chamberlain was responsible for, like, 20,000 rule changes. In that case, Wilt Chamberlain's the GOAT. Handoff, gain of 2. Maybe 3 down to the 29. Memphis is all their timeouts. See what Wisdom decides to do with these. What's I'm calling both games December 2019? Oh. 2nd and 6. Flag on the play. ASU with the glove again? They could potentially. I mean, Levitt's a good quarterback. They got Udo at running back. I think BYU wins the conference, though. It was the last week of the 2019 season. I don't know if that was... I think it was. Spike the ball on that one, Kevin. Spike the ball. False start. When was... That was December 29th. Yes, that was. Yeah, just getting started around the time. It was just getting started. ASU 12 seed? No, I don't think they make the playoff. I don't think ASU makes it. It'll be good, but I think BYU wins the conference. I don't think they make it. To avoid the runoff penalty, Wisdom will call timeout. 49 seconds to go in the first half. Memphis gets the ball to start the second half, so a chance to double dip here, potentially. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. New video dropping later tonight, after this game is done. You fed around 2020? Yep. It's like, hey, this is interesting. Yep. And it's been the best decision you ever made. I'm assuming. Yeah, right on 2020, I had when I started the year, I had I think 600 subs. Why can't ASU make it? Well, I think they can. Big 12 usually only one bid. I think BYU is going to win the conference. That's going to probably be a one bid league. Out route caught at the 23. First down the play. It's Lassiter once again having a nice day so far. Lassiter entered this game for Memphis with 4 catches for 25 yards, but he's basically doing that on this drive. 3rd and 1, back shoulder, and a heck of a grab there by Isaiah Washington. Perry is dealing today. He's having his best game so far. First and goal at the 6. And with 43 seconds, Memphis will call a timeout. They'll have 1 left. Will Wilt Chamberlain's scoring record be broken in like 10 years? No. No, people have tried. That seems almost unbreakable today. And the closest anyone's gotten is 81. That's extremely rare. I don't think you can break it. You guys remember, too, Wilt, it was very easy because he was towering over everyone. A lot of the guys today, are even in height. There are better adjustments and whatnot. BYU and ASU both 9-10 wins. I mean, they both can make it, theoretically. I'm not saying they both can't. think BYU will win the conference, and they'll get the only bid. I don't think we're going to see a wild card come out of the, or Nat Watch come out of the Big 12. Perry, slam pass, caught. We have a touchdown, folks. Kwame Lassiter. What a game he's having. What a drive. 3 catches on the drive. And Memphis leads 9-0. Kwame Lassiter. 9-3 Memphis lead. A chance to double dip here as well. They get the touchdown. You figure they're going to go for 2 here. A 65-yard drive. Perry was perfect on the drive. After a rough start to the season, he has been delivering this game. 15 playoff. They'll have more teams in the future, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Not this year, at least. They're going for 2 from the 5. Lassiter motions to the bottom of the screen. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Perry. Slam pass. Lassiter. Octopus. Give Lassiter his octopus, baby. 11-3. Memphis leads by 8. Houston ball with 37 seconds when we get back. Besides Osu, who will be the best champ? I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe, help us out a ton on the channel. Oh, the next champ. Oh, the next champ. Oh, Penn State's running it back next year. Now, do you trust James Franklin? I don't know. But they're basically running it back with a lot of guys. I might go Penn State. Kickoff returns to the 26. 31 seconds. Houston has 1 timeout. Got to figure Houston needs at least 40 yards to get a field goal. World Series Marlins Twins in real life, man. Man. Washington, yeah. I wish. Oregon's always a safe play when they lose Gabriel. Alabama, I like the Milroe's not going to be there because Milroe kind of sucks. Georgia, they lose Beck, but I didn't think Beck... I think he was that good. Brown, pass to the 32, caught by Marcus Sims. Timeout Houston. That stops the clock, but actually flag on the play. Go Notre Dame. I could see that. Holding on the offense, so back it up 10 yards. And now if you're Houston, you might just take a knee here. Ratings for World Series Marlins Twins in the sewer. In the sewer. It'd be Rangers Diamondbacks-esque for that. Unfortunately. Best teams in baseball? Oh, wow. We do it. I have no idea. I have no idea. Let's see how I feel. 3 the ball, 1 at the top. Brown. Hit as he throws. Incomplete pass. How's it going, Jake? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in as always. 2nd and 20. 11-3 your score. Throw Hail Mary. Taking a knee. You can't throw Hail Mary. You're at the 16-yard line. What quarterback can reach from the 16-yard line? The week 2 ratings? Mixed bag. The week 2 ratings... They have a salary cap on? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Week 2 ratings, FS1 was pretty good. It was about 650,000. Which, for a Sunday night game, FS1, I'm shocked. Really high. Way higher than last year. That one caught down to the 26. Called a gain of 10. Grabbed it by White. And that should take us to the half. The other rating's not so great. About 700K, 600K. So, not great. It's really mixed bag. They're definitely down from last year. Again, this year they're not competing against. This week they're not competing against March Madness. So we'll see. But it's a mixed bag. Go to the halftime break. 11-3 your score. I believe Memphis gets the ball to start the half. I'll put a poll up. Who wins this one? So we'll take our halftime break. Well, let's give you a Masters update. McIlroy's in front at 1100. DeChambeau at -8. Rose was -7 the first round. He's still at -7. Can McIlroy win his first Masters? Obviously, over a decade ago, was one of the most infamous chokes. The record the whole time? No, it did not. No, it's at second quarter the whole time. Renegades last play. Oof. Yeah, Perez is really bad this year. Yeah. But that last play, you got to go out of bounds there. You got to go out of bounds there. You got to go out of bounds. You just have to go out of bounds in that. So I got to be smart. Crazy ending, though. In terms of the false start, crazy ending. ASU 24-5 champs, hopefully. Hopefully. Well, back for the Giants. All right. Hopefully Yankees win that game. The false start, you got to go out of bounds. Or the false start, crazy way to end that game in that regard, where Birmingham got a touchdown after a play got negated. Because Arlington would have won the game if that false start wasn't called. Most beneficial penalty ever. I mean, that's why I got the sky judge in there. Yeah, it can be reviewed if it's obvious within the final 5 minutes. It can be reviewed, which I like. Marlins on the World Series with lowest payroll. Wow, that's impressive. But yeah, you got to go out of bounds in that spot. I'm disappointed with the Renegades offense. I thought after week 1, I mean, you bring back a lot of the same guys. You have Perez. I thought they'd be good. But the last 2 weeks, they've not looked good offensively. They really have not looked good offensively, which is a bummer. But we have the halftime break here, 11-3 the score. Press suspension for Holden Ahlers. I'm going to say fiction on that. Delaware 2028. I highly doubt that, but we'll see. Back to being the Florida Marlins. Nice. Hopefully back to the old logo, too. That was a great logo. Great uniform set, great logo. Hopefully back to that. No, offense looks good. St. Louis. St. Louis looks good. Other than that, I will give you, none of the offenses look good this year. So far, which is disappointing. It's what happens when you don't have a long training camp. But St. Louis looks legitimately good. St. Louis, you got to give St. Louis their props. They look good. Granted, they play the 2 worst teams in the league, so I don't know if that means anything. But they look like they know what they're doing. They're the only ones, offensively. They're the only ones, but it counts for something. They're the only team I would not bet over-under on. Because they actually are pretty competent. I'm about to say this. Hang on. Hoo-wee. Alright. I'm pretty sure I guess if you like with Ceiling, subscribe. Island Park is not free. I know a lot of people that play it. I would get too consumed with it. I could never play it. I get way too consumed with that game. So I don't do Planet Coaster. I would just waste so much time on that. Like, there's some games that I know I would get addicted to. So I just don't play them. I don't buy them, I don't play them. Because I would get addicted to Planet Coaster. Probably City Skylines get addicted to. Out of the Park. So, I'm like, yeah. Football Manager. There's so many games I'd be like, yeah, this would probably be a mistake if I downloaded this game. My productivity would go down the drain if that happened. It was back when I was younger, I would just, my whole summer I would just play video games. Load up FIFA and just play for like 6 hours a day. Play 2K all the time? I used to do that too. I get like 10 seasons, like playing every game in a FIFA career. Like, I would play a ton of FIFA. Roller Coaster Tycoon, I could build like the sickest perks. I can play that game all day. So, I just don't anymore. I just am like, you know what? Probably a bad idea to do it. Probably a pretty bad idea. Yankees won the World Series in 2034 where the team was so bad. Wow. Uncharacteristic of a Yankees team. Judge since went out. Is he washed? I played Madden. Yes, I did play Madden. I did play Madden a lot. I love the older games. The older Madden games were phenomenal. The mini camps. Oh, man. I know. I love Madden. Back in the day. Back in the day. And then they removed so many features. No offense, but 94-68. With no bats. Outscored. After going 94-68, someone got outscored. How is it even possible? EA Sports game, usually, for the most part. College football was good. CP25 was good. All right. And this game is over on ESPN. Beat the Mets in 5-0. We got a Subway Series. Ooh. Madden on your DS? They made Madden for Nintendo DS? That was a thing? I have never heard of that. They made Madden for the DS to play video games at all now? I mean, I play like College Football 25 on Super now, but otherwise, no, not really. I did see Scott Hansen play Madden. I'm loving that. Once every month or so? Not really. Not really. I mean, I'll play CP25 on stream. But other than that, not really. I work all the time. I work like crazy at this point. Like I have no time. There's a movie I want to see that I haven't seen yet because I just haven't had time. I got to carve out like 90 minutes, 2 hours to see it, and I just haven't been able to. I'm not watching on the plane on the way to Green Bay, or New York, I should say. I might do that. The movie is Better Man, the Robbie Williams movie, where he's a monkey. That, I got great reviews. I want to see it in theaters, but then it got pulled from theaters because it didn't do well at the box office. My Best Crash Out? Not sure you remember that. Funniest Crash Out? Oh, I don't know on that. What price game require contestants to give at least $1 to win? Oh, man. I think you showed me this game. I forget the name. I think you showed me this one. At some point. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm blanking on the name. I am blanking on the name. I think you showed me. It didn't work out. The game was not good. If it's the game I'm thinking of, I think you showed me this one on stream one time. Was it Lucky 7? I think there was somewhere as long as you had... Oh, no, the one I'm thinking of is the money you had to be greater than the sum of everything. I think that was the one you showed me. That was the one. Alright. Try to get some clips in so I can get this video out. Yeah, Lucky 7 fits the division. Yeah, that was, yeah. That's right. We got about 5 minutes till the start of the second half. Let's keep that in mind. We got about 5 minutes to start the second half. And I'm going to try my best to get this video out. Determining factor on the AAF failing. I can only have one? I mean, Dundon was a crook. That was part of it. Dundon was a crook. The ratings were crap because they put games on Bleacher Report Live for some reason. They made the most inaccessible thing to watch. Dundon basically was a crook who bought the league and didn't pay anyone. Teams were getting evicted from their places. Like the Orlando Apollos had to live in Georgia because they got evicted from their spots. There's a lot of factors in the AF failing. Like, that'll be a good, 30 for 30 at some point. It's a shame because I was an Apollos fan. I like watching Garrett Gilbert, Dearest Johnson. They had a good team. They had a really good team. And, of course, they fold. I was like, really? Really? The one time I actually root for a good football team and they fold? Like, come on. The bounce house was rocking, too. Bounce house looked to be rocking. It was a big scam, yep. It really was. I mean, the ownership sold there for 1 week, and Dundon bought the league, and then he just didn't pay anyone. Informed everyone that the league was folding by text message. It was bad. Least important position for the UFL. Least important? Honestly, might be quarterback at this point. Wide receiver 3. Wide receiver 3 is not very important for this league, it feels like. Apollo fan for obvious reasons. Yep. I was going to root for the old ball coach. You had to. I like the branding. I was like, old ball coach, Orlando, close to Jacksonville. You got to root for them. Had to root for them. They were good. They were fun to watch. Only had 1 loss. They were dominant. 76. Only team the Bucs scored 20 points against. Ooh. If people work for the Salt Lake Stallions, that was also because they played games on Sunday. And they didn't get great attendance. And I think there were snow games too. 20 points. I'm going to say the Dolphins on that. The AFL, yeah, yes and no. It's a shell of itself. The AFL still exists. I do not know on that one, Rob. The AFL still exists, but it's definitely not what it was. It's still kind of a wreck. Teams are still folding all the time in that league. It's not great. Not great. What's the Dolphins? Let's go. Yeah, first of all, I remember that was Saturday night. I remember I was watching that. I remember I think High Point played a basketball game, and then I came back from the game, rushed over to watch the AAF. We had a bunch of people over to watch the AAF. I actually had we had like 6 people in the apartment. AFL, you're thinking Australian Football League. We're talking Arena Football League on this one. Brentford, guaranteed Premier League safety. Oh, man. Yep, I knew it was coming with Brentford, but, man, as a Fulham fan, that hurts. As a Fulham fan, yeah. The one that exists, yeah, that's been around for a while. The AFL came out with the AFL in the 1940s. You're thinking American Football League. That's the American Football League. That did in the 1960s, yes. The one that combined in the 40s was the All-American Football Conference, the AAFC. That one combined. Yes. The live line is 30.5. Yeah, the renamed AF1, yep. Which they say is not the same league, but it's literally the exact same league. Same team, same commissioner. It's the same league. So I guess that's right. Ozzy, baby. Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, Saints need... After the whole Carr thing, they definitely need to get a quarterback. They got no one. Carr needs surgery. They are screwed. Can't stand the Bucs. It's a weird team to have anything against. Right, coming down in the Bronx. Yeah, I know it's nasty. It was nasty in Jersey today. I know that. My sister was sending pics. It was nasty in Jersey. So I'm not surprised it's in the Bronx now. I love how ESPN's still putting all this money into this betting expert. Betting expert, bet the under. Just literally bet the under on everything. Why can't the safety's Carr? He's hurt. Carr might need surgery. That was the news. It just dropped yesterday. Derek Carr might need shoulder surgery. He might not play in 25. All right, second half about to get underway. Here we go. Right, he might have to retire. He might. All right, let's do this thing. Kickoff here. Fielded by Henny. Dropped by Henny. Muffed by him. Picks it up at the 20-yard line, though. And take him to the 25 and down to 26. That's where Memphis is going to start this drive. Scored a touchdown their last drive. One is going to shove that betting every 10 minutes. Me too, but I think part of the reason why they do it is because of... they know that's why a lot of people watch this league. My conspiracy theory is that the league intentionally likes these low-scoring games because the lower-scoring games, the under always hits, the more people watch because they're like, oh, this is like free money. Come on with the tour. It's 39 degrees Long Island. It's 4 o'clock. Yep, it is nasty out there. Saints are getting Sanders? I think so. Perry, middle of the field, incomplete. Wants a flag for PI. Not going to get. Pretty clean game so far. There have been no flags this game that weren't pre-snap penalties. Perry, 12 for 15 that first half. Appreciate you, Tonkamana, as always. Get you on the call for that game. Thank you, man. Where are we going here? Where's the number? Looks like clean defense from that angle. 2nd and 10. One of the top, 2 at the bottom, ball at the 27-yard line. Perry under center. They give to Prince. Didn't do a whole lot that first set, but a nice run here. Make it 3rd and medium down to the 35-yard, but flag on the play. Just to say it was a pretty clean game, all things considered. There was only one flag that wasn't a pre-snap penalty. But this one might be coming back. Saints talk down playing QB2. I don't know, he seems pretty happily retired. He had a chance to come out last year. I think if he's going to go anywhere, it'd be the Vikings. Illegal formation, back it up 5 yards. 2nd down. Remake the pull, but have the option. Do you really care? Nah, I'm not going to do that. But we'll see. One of these teams has to win. One of these teams has to get the first win of the season. 2nd and 15. But $5 or more, I'll put any pull up. $5 or more, I'll put any pull up that you want me to. That's a new thing. We'll do that. $5 or more, any pull you want me to, I'll put it up. That'll be a new thing going forward. $5 or more, as part of like also counts for you make the call and whatnot. $5 or more, I'll put any pull up at any time during the game that you want me to. Any pull. Could be literally anything. 3 the ball, 1 at the top. Perry, they send 4. Slam pass. That ball is caught. Down to the 29. Jonathan Adams. Brought down by Leon O'Neal. Brings up 3rd and 8. Roughnecks fans want CJ gone. I think everyone wants CJ gone. CJ's a bad head coach. Clock management's bad. Decision making's poor. He was bad in college. Here at the game, Russell halftime. Nice. How's it going, Pork in the morning? Appreciate it tuning in. Here at the game, one of the probably, I'm guessing, 5,400 in attendance. But Showboats look good offensively so far. Perry has been dealing. They send 4. Perry rolling out, looking to throw on the run. That ball is dropped. Would have been close to the sticks, but Jalen Jackson had a rough day so far, cannot make the grab. Roughnecks force a 3 and out. So the Showboats going to have to punt this ball away. Yeah, I already said Saints game. I think Saints get Sanders. I already said that. 4th and 8. Might be somewhere Rattlers QB2. That'd be terrible. Whew, that'd be bad. The punt here by Mengel. Fielded at the 15. Much better punt from the last one, which was just 24 yards. This one being returned to play by Keys. Keys to the 25. Keys to the 30. Breaks the tackle down to the 35. It's a 20-yard return by Keys. Nice job there. 56-yard punt, but 36 of net. Who won the game last night? Birmingham. Dumbest decision of all time? I would say 6 seconds in the NFL. I would say Niners-Bengals 1987. You have the ball with 6 seconds left and the lead, and you lose the game. Meanwhile, new quarterback, Nolan Henderson. We'll see if Brown has been benched, or if they're just going to alternate options, like we've seen Curtis Johnson do for some reason. Not that Henderson's been that good this year. But he's looked more comfortable running the offense at times. Handoff here. It goes to Zaquandre White, and oh boy. Loss of 13. Yeah, if they still might put it to Covens, potentially. Loss of 13 yards, 2nd and 23. That's always how you want to get your quarterback started. 2nd and 23. Just setting the edge that time. Beautiful job there by Nasir Player. Not a player, he just stuffs a lot. 2nd and forever. There's 13 yards on a run. Ask Curtis Johnson, the Roughnecks. 1 top, 3 at the bottom. Henderson. They send 4. Screen pass, try to get some yards back, and they will to White. White down to the 37-yard line, so they get the yardage back. Call it a gain of 17. What a coverage AFC South matchup. 3rd and 9. So the screen pass works out. Makes it 3rd and very manageable. So Nolan Henderson. He's played both games this season, relieving Brown of his duties. This year, 7 for 21, completing 33% of his passes. Yes, you heard that right. If only they could afford to fire CJ. Yep. It's a bad look for the league that CJ's coaching. It really is. 1 top, 3 at the bottom. Henderson, they send 4. Stepping up. Rolling out now. Going to look to throw on the run and will be caught down the sideline at the 49. Nice grab there by Kiki Chisholm. Henderson 2 for 2 to start the drive. Although, hang on a second. They're talking about, did he bobble the ball? Are they going to say this is not a catch? The clock is running, obviously. Is this a grab? Comes out tomorrow. Yes, it is. Okay, the knee. I think the knee hit out of bounds. This might not be a grab. Hang on. 1 equals 2 feet. The knee. That's close. Worst UFL decision? I think last week, Michigan kicking a field goal down by 5 with 2 minutes left has to be up there. We're going to take a look at this play. Did the knee come down in bounds? Is it half in, half out? One knee is 2 feet. And they are going to say upon review, as Pereira's looking at this, I'm not sure that's a grab. Fulham fans, all local football clubs are safe now. No, Fulham is fans. Fulham is genuine fans. I'm a genuine fan. Players not striking out anymore? No. No, I can't see that. They care because obviously they want to make it in the NFL. Houston going to challenge this. Not a bad challenge by Johnson. I have no problem with this challenge. 1 knee equals 2 feet. The knee, if these are the best angles we got, the call of the field is no catch. When the knee lands, I think a bit of it's on the white. I think a bit of the knee is on the white. I don't think that's going to be a grab. I don't hate the challenge. So obviously that's a big play to keep the drive alive. Here's the angle. Well, from that angle, from the back angle, looks good. From the back angle, looks good. From the front angle, didn't. The back angle, look at the side angle was iffy. I think that's a catch. I think the shin is down in bounds. And if Houston wins this challenge, they get to retain it and get a second challenge. That looks good to me. At least it's not Millwall. At least it's not Millwall. Most laid-back fans. I do think Fulham is the most laid-back fans. I will give you that. I don't know if posh is the right word, but laid-back. Non-violent. They're going to say first down. Chisholm made the grab. So after 2nd and 23, Henderson back-to-back. I see they want to pick the Jades game. No, I think someone else did. Gennaro says not a challenge? Well, the graphics showed challenge. Either way, Houston gets to... If it's not a challenge, either way, Houston still has super challenge remaining. So, either way. Yeah, I think they showed... They put the graphic up wrong then. So, Henderson. So, either way, no challenge. Henderson lost the ball. Roughnecks falling it, though. Kiki Chisholm at the 43. On map review, that makes sense then. Does everyone see Red Sox Rays? I don't think we got a Sox game this year. I think that's part of why. He still has 2? All right. Well, 1, and then if they win that one, they get a second. But yeah. Yeah. They showed the wrong graphic. That all good. Yep. All good. Rars waits for a contending team quarterback I heard before signing. I think he waits till after the draft at this point. Rars said rather than Severn Field. I would agree with that, especially after the renovations. I mean, Severn Field's a minor league ballpark, so I'd agree with that. 2nd and 5. Henderson. Fakes the throw on the run. Now he's going to look to fire on the run to the sideline. Similar play to the last one, and that one will be a catch at the 27. Lawrence Keys, game at 16. Streaming tonight? No, I'm going to the D-backs game. Tomorrow night we're streaming, though. We're doing another Cubs game. I know you love that. And both UFL games. So we're going to be streaming all night, or all day tomorrow. But today it's just this. D-backs play at 5:10 my time. The next baseball game, there's something that works time-wise. I got to get this video out. Premier League hate list? Ooh. The big 6 is 1 through 6. I know that. I don't know what order. Deep shot! Underthrown! Would have been a touchdown. Instead, gets tipped by Steel Chambers. He was open on the seam. Here for Jonas and Omar. All right. D-backs game. D-backs game is at 8:10 Eastern time. Premier League hate list. So, yeah. So, definitely big 6. I don't know who number 1 would be on that. The butt cheek grab, I remember that. I do remember that. Maybe Man U, number 1 on that list? I don't know. Arsenal might be 2nd. Newcastle, 7th, Brentford 8. Maybe that. Millwall gets promoted. They go number 1. Called a game about 5, 3rd and 5. Are the UFL much worse than ones in the NFL? You're not wrong there. I mean, Akeem Butler was the best guy in the UFL last year and did nothing with the Steelers. So I have no idea. I have no idea. Depends how my voice feels. So I have a lot to do today. I have no idea. 3 at the top. White in the backfield. Or 1 at the top, I should say. 3 at the bottom. Motioning over now is Justin Hall by the offensive line. Henderson, they send 4. Out route. Another 3rd down conversion to the 10-yard line. Happy to see him up there. Let's go. Josh Peterson. The son of former Jaguars coach Doug Peterson making the grab gain of 11. Italian brain rot? I have no idea what that even is. It's like TikTok brain rot. No thanks. Big 6-hour hatred. I would say Spurs are last. Man U 1, Arsenal 2, Chelsea 3, Man City 4, Pool 5. That appears mentioned Chris. Let's go. Let's go. Had a feeling. Josh Peterson in motion. The give to the side. White. Stuffed. Loss of 4. Memphis run defense has been great this quarter. Keaton Ellis making a stop alongside Josiah Bronson. Brings up 2nd and goal. So White's got nothing going. Best drive of the day for Houston. Man U number 1, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool. Yeah, I think Pool and Spur will be 5-6. Yep. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Henderson. Looking to avoid the sack. Going to throw on the run. Swing pass. Caught by White. Breaks a tackle and out of bounds at the 7-yard line. 3rd and goal. About half the yardage back. 3rd and goal. D-backs Cubs series? When is that? I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? It's in the morning. I might be able to do that. I'm not sure how many games of that, but I'll be able to do some of those. Let me check the UFL schedule. We'll do the Friday game for sure, because that doesn't interfere with anything. Timeout. Houston going to call it. They'll have 2 left. Look at the right play in. They've not scored a touchdown before the 4th quarter of this season. Yeah, so next week, UFL plays... I can do 1 game with D-backs Cubs. I do 1 game with D-backs Cubs. I can do the Friday game. Saturday, Sunday, can't do. Or actually, wait. Actually, I can do D-backs Cubs on Sunday. Because for some reason, the Sunday game is a 5 o'clock game. It's a 5 o'clock Sunday game next week. There's only 1 game. It's Sunday at 5, so I should be able to do that. Hopefully we don't get any overlap in between the games, so I'll take that chance. I'll take that chance for the D-backs. Does that post them? What's he even posting about? I don't even know. All right, 3rd and goal ball at the 7 after the timeout. I'm trying to edit this video best I can while this is taking place. So going back to the 60s for this vid when it drops. Gonna edit it as best I can. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this UFL stream. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel on. Friday, Sunday, I think so, yeah, I think that's the game plan for that. No Saturday, but Friday, Sunday, we should be able to do D-backs Cubs. The schedule's weird for the UFL next week for Saturday. Very weird. It's, I think there's a 12 o'clock and a 7 o'clock. So it runs up bar double play. That was the D-backs yesterday. Holy cow. D-backs yesterday, if you didn't see the game. D-backs got 3 hits in the first 3 innings, and yet they faced the minimum. Because there was just no place in pickoffs. It was not pretty. Manaply has nothing left. Manaply is probably the worst pitcher in the pen. He's not good. So I should watch NGD 6 minutes here if you watch Mainless Jags game because they're 5-9. And play side football because they're rather flex out. I'd rather watch the Jaguars play. I'd rather watch the Jaguars play for sure on that one. Except for Scooter hates Man U. What? Wait, so Scooter likes Man U? Well, I'm not even sure Grossi has a soccer team. I'm not even sure Grossi has a team for soccer. Scooter is a Cowboys and a Man U fan. Oh boy, yeah, he's never been in the allegations. He's never been in the allegations. Division was fun for a shutout. Define fun. Define fun, because it was most definitely. I mean, it's just one of those games. I mean, the D-backs yesterday, they hit the ball well. It just, the Brewers defense was sensational yesterday. It really was sensational yesterday. I give him a lot of credit. Ever seen a 1:30 4:30 NFL game? On a Sunday? Probably not. Probably not. Favorite soccer team? I'm guessing Air Miami. Actually, I don't know. I'm going to guess Orlando City. Going Orlando City. It's either that or in Miami. I'm going to go Orlando City, though. Rossi is back tomorrow. Yep, he is. Orlando City. Let's go. Let's go. All right, 3rd and goal. Henderson. Scrambling. Fires on the run. Back in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. The timeout pays off. Catch there made by Emmanuel Butler, actually, number 18. The Butler does it. And it's 11-9. First touchdown by Houston this season before the 4th quarter. And you figure they're going to go for 2 to tie this up with 5:45. That is right, Jacob. Henderson, a great drive there, was nearly perfect. Sarah's wearing Miami. That makes sense, though. But easier to go to Orlando game than Air Miami with Messi. I think it's probably insane. And I go for 2 from the 5. First touchdown for Houston before the 4th quarter of this season. They will line up for 2. Try and tie the game in 11. Oddly enough, last game, Houston lost 11-9. Right now, also down 11-9. Tickets for tomorrow. Oh, I'm still trying to sell them. The 2-point try. He hosted the NFL today. It would be unwatchable. Then again, it's unwatchable. Your MLS team. Ooh, let me think. Play action. Henderson. Fires back of the end zone. Double coverage incomplete. How much are they? Oh, I have no idea what they're going to go for. Who's playing tomorrow? Tomorrow we got 2 games. We got St. Louis, D.C. and Michigan against San Antonio. Your MLS team. Man, I'm going to guess Chicago Fire on that one. If you have a team, I'm going to go Chicago Fire. Deja vu? Could be. Now, do you roll with Henderson the rest of the way? I think you do. Again, Henderson, he's looked way more comfortable this season running the offense. Like, that's just the reality. Henderson, has he played well this year? No, but he looks way more comfortable running the offense than Brown does. Stallions, yes, they did win yesterday. They did. They did. All right. Screw discover for me to cartoon wearing all his favorite couple cuts. Man, you is on there. Jeez. Cowboys, Man U. Despite never living anywhere with that. D-Backs Marlins? Yes, I am doing D-Backs Marlins. I'm doing D-Backs Marlins all the games of that series. That one I'm doing every game. So. Yeah, we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, D-Backs Marlins. I'm fine doing D-Backs back-to-back days. We did for the Yankee series, did all the games there. Again, road D-Backs games, we're going to be doing a lot of them this year. When all's said and done, I'm guessing we're going to do about 50 D-backs games on stream this year. When all's said and done, a good chunk of these games will be D-backs games. Well, we've streamed a lot of baseball this year so far, which is awesome. Like I said I was going to. It was New York? Really? Would not have gotten that. I would like a do-over. I guess New York. Which New York? Red Bulls or New York City FC? D-backs Rays, am I going to that? When is that? I'm not. No, I'll be back in New York. I'll be going to the draft. And here's on 10. It's usually fourth quarter you find out. Usually fourth quarter they announce the news, so I'll check in the fourth. No, I will be gone for that. Doing 100 Cubs games? God. You know, it wouldn't shock me, honestly. But no, I won't be going to D-backs Rays, D-backs Braves. How's it going, Charizard? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Won't be going to either one of those because it just doesn't work out for me. Unfortunately, they play this year during the draft, which is a bummer. Usually they're on the road during the draft, so I don't miss any of the games. I'm not doing D-backs Braves. Nope, not going there. I am not. Oh, it's a Birmingham ending? Crazy. Obviously, if you're on, you gotta go out of bounds there. Birmingham, that's why I do like the the automatic reviews for the Sky Judge, even if it wasn't a super challenge. I do like that. Obviously, crazy way to end it. Most beneficial penalty of all time, but that's why it's there. Rather than get the call right. D-backs Phil, I have no idea if I'm streaming D-backs Phils beginning next month. I don't know I don't know when they play. I don't know when they play. May 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have no idea. I don't know what the UFL schedule is. You know who were they when they were first found it? Oh man. Who's laughing now? Seeing as I got messy. All right, here we go. Kickoff here. Henny on the return to the 30, down to the 32. Yeah, Birmingham. I'm not sure Corral's the guy. Again, Cookus was not good last time I played. Flag on the play. I figure this one's coming back. But Corral has disappointed me the last few games. He really has. He's disappointed me. So I don't know if Corral's the guy. Stroman's on the 15-day IL. Yeah, with a knee injury. D-backs win tonight? With Burns? I think so. Against his old team? I think they do. I hope they do. Gotta win it to have any chance to win the series. First down Memphis after the penalty. Pushes him back to the 15. I think tonight we win. Yep, that's the whole point of this league. And these leagues have an agreement where they don't sign guys in the middle of the season. Which I like. Prince down to the 23. Gain of 8. Even when the Milan Cubs could beat Miami even with Messi? Well, I guess we're going to find out this summer. With the Club World Cup, I guess we're going to find out. We'll see. 2nd and 3. The Prince goes for 7. Perry, they send 4. Looking. Intercepted on the play. Mistimed out route. Leon O'Neal to the house. Pick 6. Touchdown, Houston. Perry with a bad throw. And just like that, in a matter of a few seconds, Houston goes from down 11-3 to up 15-11. Pick 6, Roughnecks. Leon O'Neal. Bad pass there on the out route. O'Neal undercuts it. And O'Neal, the first interception by a Roughneck player this season. What a time to get it. Oh, they were literally, you're right on that one. And the World Cup, the Club World Cup's a sham. It is. You're right on that. And yeah, they literally were handed. I mean, I guess they technically won the supporter shield, but still. That was the first bad throw for him. And it's not it's Troy Williams who's the quarterback, the backup quarterback. You're thinking the Renegades. Incomplete pass on the slant. 2-point try is no good. But how about that? Memphis. Down for the first time today. There's 106. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Leon O'Neal. First pick of the season by the Roughnecks. Goes for 6. Most points they've scored in a game all season. They cracked double digits for the first time. Club World Cup a scam. Teams were decided pretty much randomly. A lot of teams were decided completely random. Also, a lot of the players' teams don't even want to play in this tournament because it's during the offseason, during the summer. That's going to mess up with their timing. It's not really a true Club World Cup. It's not how the World Cup is during the winter time, where it's the champions of each confederation. This one is completely random in terms of some of the teams getting it. It's clearly a cash grab. I'm not sure will work. Because American fans will watch the World Cup. cgiulianihpu NFL? No, I don't think so. They'll watch the World Cup between two random countries. I'm not sure they're going to watch two random club teams playing and pay FIFA prices for that. Kickoff returns at 39 by Garer. If you've, like, an Asian team playing Auckland City, I don't know how many people are going to watch that in the USA. And also, who's even hosting the Club World Cup in terms of TV rights? That's shambolic. No one knows who's even, like, I can't even tell you what network the games are on. I can't even tell you. USA make past round of 16 with the way they're playing right now? Absolutely not. With the way they're playing, absolutely not. Okay, TNT just got the rights to the Club World Cup. It's on Dawes season. Or Dawson, whatever you want to call it. Handoff, gain of 1. Second and 9. Can territories qualify for the World Cup? No, you got to be a FIFA recognized country. Oh wait, like Guam? Like, yeah, Guam can qualify, yeah. The actual FIFA World Cup next summer, June 26th. Second 8 ball at the 40. Perry. Handoff up the middle. Nothing doing. Bottled up there is Prince. A slew of Roughnecks on the side, including JT Tyler. DAZN? That's how it's pronounced. I've never watched DAZN in my life. I don't think you like some boxing stuff. Third and 8. Memphis in some trouble right now. Down for the first time today. We want the over. Potentially here. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Perry, they send 4. Pressured. Scrambling. Being chased by Franklin. He's going to reset his feet. Fires. Intercepted. Keenan Isaac. I is for Isaac. I is for interception. Back-to-back drives with a pick. Perry just forced that one. And the Roughnecks will take over. Western World Cup Soccer? Yes, I will. He's trying to throw it. He was just throwing it for grabs on third down. There was no one there. There was no one there. Being chased by TJ Franklin. Reset his feet. Franklin overran him. Got hit on the throw. And a pick there by Isaac at the 48-yard line. Now, will we get a challenge for roughing the passer? No, we were not. Roughnecks defense has come alive. The defense has not been the problem all season for the Roughnecks. Wasn't the problem last year either. Meanwhile, Henderson staying in the game at QB. Check down to the 49. Gain of 3. Most overrated and underrated sports leagues? Ooh. Overrated and underrated. NBA overrated. Underrated. I would say. You remember who's? Yeah, I remember that. Swing pass caught by Hall. Hall to the 45. Harry had a good first half, completed 8% of his passes, but it's falling apart here. Underrated league, I would say. Ooh. I don't know what to call underrated league. Maybe IFL? If FIFA accused God of corruption's funny. Yeah. Well, Greenland's not recognized by FIFA. Puerto Rico is. Puerto Rico can qualify. Falkland cannot. Cayman Islands can. So Puerto Rico and Cayman Islands can actually qualify for the World Cup. 3rd and 3, hand up the middle, and that will get 2 yards. So Quandre White. 4th and 1. They're probably going to go for it here. Yeah, Puerto Rico is... They can qualify for the World Cup. Well, hang on, is there... I check the spot again. He should be a yard shy. And I know, like, well, it's not about that. It's more... I'd rather do college than NBA, because college, the games go quicker. I can get more in and get more people exposed to it. NBA, there's a lot of competition that I'll just never be able to compete with. I remember when the Marlins was 7-0 lead. I remember it was the D-backs blew, what was it, a 7-0 lead to miss a playoff spot. More sports this year, football, baseball, basketball? Yeah. The floodgates are open. 4th one, was there a flinch? Was there a flinch? Let's see. They line up for the sneak. Who's this on? I'll be punting time if it's on Houston. I think Hurst Johnson Lips, it's on us. False start. Back it up 5. No harm done on the pick by Perry. Now they're going to have to punt. World Cup qualifiers is going to be interesting. They don't have a big 3. You do not. You do not. A lot of Caribbean nations have a chance to qualify for the first time. Yeah, they're going to call a flinch there on the center, Jack Kramer. They're going to say he caused the defensive tackle, Boogie Roberts, to jump. Illegal step. College baseball? Yeah, I'd probably do the World Series. Yeah, definitely soccer I would do. Yeah, NBA market's pretty well covered. Like, there's a reason I don't really try to get into that. 4th and 5. Rivers going to punt here to Henny. Memphis defense holds. Michigan plays tomorrow against the winless Brahmas. Oh my God, what should be a very good game between St. Louis and DC. 2-2-0 teams looking to go 3-0 in the XFL conference. Delay of game. What about hockey? I have no experience calling hockey. So High Point did not have hockey. I never called hockey in my life. So I need a lot of practice with that. So I want to get going at some point. Troy Williams has his helmet on. Troy Williams will be coming in for E.J. Perry. So Perry is getting it benched. Williams is warming up on the sideline. Perry, after back-to-back picks, he will be replaced. Doug and Jack Kramer related? I don't think so. Punt, end zone touchback. College wrestling more than NBA? Yes. Yes, I do. 27-yard punt in terms of net, and Troy Williams will take over as the new quarterback for the Showboats. Perry, his day might be done after back-to-back picks. Well, Guam can qualify for the World Cup. High for like 5 minutes. I tried that before. With the 4 nations. A game went into overtime, so I have to so what I have to do is probably buy NHL video game and then play that on stream. Yeah, my nose is very itchy. Allergies are really bad. Allergies are really bad today. All right, Williams in there at QB for the Showboats after a rough third quarter for Perry. Williams 8 for 11 this season. He's going to give it to the side for Prince. Gain of 5 on the play. Yeah, fact prevails on Williams. NBA already finished? Well, regular season, got 2 months of playoffs. They have to get 1 playoff before the end of the quarter. Been a close one so far. Houston down 11-3, 14 straight points. I learned to call NFL 5 point ever football team. Well, I know football very well. And I play Madden a ton. And college football a ton, so I'll call the games that way. Ponce, Virginia, I did not see that. 2nd and 5. Prince tries to cut inside. No gain on the play. Thrown down by Xavier Benson. Also, I know a crap ton about football. I do not know, I know hockey, but I don't know, the ins and outs of hockey, necessarily. I mean, I do, but not, to the level I do with football. We go with the 4th. Right, France World Cup runners-up after the best World Cup final of all time. Following probably the worst World Cup final of all time. In 2018, we had the best one in 22. One of the greatest games ever played. One of the best sports days ever. Yeah, that game, and then you had Jaguars-Cowboys afterwards. I mean, that was a fun day. Thought you know 15 penalty. You're right on that one. How I learned all this NFL history? Just studied. Studied a ton. High Point, they do not field hockey. No, they have lacrosse, but they don't field hockey. How's it going, everything? Sports, welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. New video dropping later tonight. Try to edit this as best I can. No, we do not field hockey. When 7-1 happened, I was watching that game. I was working on college applications. I was watching that game while working on college apps. And I couldn't believe the score. I couldn't believe the score. Where is Nico Harrison going? Or Ilmaliaba. Oh, Ilmaliaba. Yes. Oh, man. I think Texas Tech. Let's say go back to for history. Probably the 20s. When the league started. I think he's going to go Texas Tech. He botched that whole situation. Look, I hate Tennessee. I am so proud of them for standing up to this sham of a system right now. I am so proud of them for not taking the bait. For a guy as average as Ilmaliaba is, I am so proud of Tennessee for doing that. Like, thank God. The precedent that would have so been terrible. After everything Tennessee did for Ilmaliaba, defending him in court when they gave him $2 million, to then struggle him for more money. Only former living president of NFL star? Taft. We had that question yesterday. Like, just shameful. Ilmaliaba, that's a giant red flag. Giant red flag. Nico deserves more money? No, it is not. No. I don't think any college kid deserves $4 million. Let's go over what it is. I don't think any college kid to play a sport when you're getting all these benefits anyway and getting a free ride deserves $4 million. I'll just call it for what it is. I have no problem with the ability to make money off your name, image, likeness. I have no problem with that because anyone else can do it. But no one does. Why do I hate Tennessee? I mean, they're a rival of Florida because they're Florida's biggest rival. To bet them to the first NFL game? Probably. Like, no one deserves that kind of money. I deserve $4 million. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, David. Okay, I'm on with Cy Young with the way he pitched yesterday, yeah. The way he pitched yesterday, I could see it. Think he was sick with $2 million yet? Nope. No, because some schools going to be dumb enough to pay him the money. Some school will be dumb enough to pay him. I'm not sure he's going to get $4 million, but he'll probably get $3 million. Right, they don't need to agree to start for life. Yeah. So we're going on a very, like, slippery slope. Yeah, that was a good monster. Only former living president when the World Series was played. Deep shot here by Williams. Overthrown to Jonathan Adams. Incomplete. Throw goes right out of bounds. And Williams' first throw. Nothing doing there. They'll be forced to punt. Only former living president when the first World Series was played. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to guess Hayes on that one. Where Sims has done a whole lot. He's only got one catch today. Match online for free. Let me see if I can find a stream. Chill, Biden. True. 100% true. Well, anyone good with finances. If you're good with finances, you're way more attractive. You're way more desirable as well. That's the reality of it. Punt down to 33. Thoughts on improved match with the U.S. national team? I mean, I know you saw that they're going to get blown out, the MLS teams. I think that if it was about the national team themselves, that got filtered out. That didn't go through. And so Bosch will be replaced. I think there needs to be some serious changes. It's not going to be the same. Yeah, Sims was straight to Houston. Yeah, he's got one catch today. Hasn't done a whole lot. Neil going draft to keep this up? Yep. I think so. That's a giant red flag. It's a giant red flag for not a lot of thing. Let me see if I can find a link for you, LC Roberto. Appreciate you a ton for tuning in. Let me see if I can find a link. Let's see if this should work. Yeah, this works. This works. Here you go. Stream ace for the win. The give to the side. It goes to White. White to the 50. 45 pushed out of bounds to the 44-year-old by Keaton Ellis. Yeah, there's the link. Oh, no, I did not see. Yeah, I didn't see that message. Hope the women's national team never wins another World Cup. Don't have to hope for that for the men's team. It's never happened anyway. You're probably right on that one. Probably right there. You know, that one got filtered out. Grover Cleveland attended 2 World Series? I did not know that. We have a stoppage here, I think, for an injured player. But it is Houston ball past midfield. $500 million. Yep. You and me both. I would do a lot for $500 million. I would do a lot. All right. 32 Preston put him in charge of NFL teams. Who gets better? Who gets worse? 32 Preston put him in charge of teams. You know, you're gonna hate me. A lot of people are gonna hate me on this one. People are gonna hate me on this one. But one of them did actually own a team in the USFL. And they did pretty well. One of them... No, I saw the message. I saw it. All right. I don't know about today, nearing 80, but if we're talking in their prime, he knew football. First down, Henderson scrambling. He will get out of bounds at the 38. Our current president owns a team in the USFL. They were pretty good under his watch. They were pretty good. I would think the 2 best would be him and Nixon. I think the 2 best owners, if you do 32 presidents, put them in charge, the 2 that know football the best, probably Nixon. And, I mean, Teddy would be up there, too. Teddy would be up there. Teddy would be up there. But I would say Nixon and Trump, probably. Seeing as he owned a football team, we have, like, precedent for it. 2nd and 4. Hand up the middle. Who would put in charge of the Jags? Present-wise, probably Teddy. Go Teddy all time on that one. Hand up to the 29. First down. Probably put Teddy. I don't think it's controversial to say that because he did well with that Andrew Jackson in charge of the Jags. I don't know about that. Handoff here, breaks a few tackles down to the 12. Lingard. You also remember, too, the other thing, too, with a lot of these presidents. How's it going, Keller? Yeah, DVX game. Well, we lost 7-0. Crazy ending Birmingham, Arlington. Rank all the presidents? Can't rank them all. Probably Washington's number 1. Based on likability, JFK would be number 1 then, probably. He had the most favorable approval rating of all time. Although Washington probably number 1. Washington and probably JFK. Read option there, gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Every day someone buys a UFL team? Yep. You have to remember, the thing with a lot of these presidents, too, a lot of them were racist. Which would be very hard to run a football team if you have no black players on your team because you're just racist. So a lot of these presidents would not be good owners for that reason alone. 2nd and about 5, handoff here down to the 6. So you have to keep that in mind too as well when we're talking about that. Like Andrew Jackson, probably a horrible owner in the NFL. I know, nah. You're good, Keller. You're good. Like some of these guys own slaves. Like, they make horrible owners in the NFL. So, like, we have to keep that in mind as well. When we're talking, like, presidents as owners. Have to keep that in mind as well. 3rd and 3. Ball to 6. Henderson rolling out. Resets his feet. Gonna throw this one to the sides. Caught the line of scrimmage, but no gain on the play. Lawrence Keys, 4th and 3. Decision time here. Well, Jefferson, didn't he own slaves? So, he'd probably be a very bad owner. 4th down. You're right on that one, Jacob. That's a sad reality of it. 23-yard try. They're going to kick the field goal, make it a 7-point game. Blew it. Flag on the play. And again, I haven't watched this content in over, like, since the video I put out. But based on what you guys have been telling me about the content he makes, I have a pretty good idea on that one. They're both against it. That is true, but still, they had him. They had him. Tough to run a football team in 2025, if that's your view on people. All right, 28-yard try. Blew it. After the false start, that one's good. He's 2 for 3 today. 18-11. Houston has scored 15 straight. It's a 7-point lead for the Roughnecks, looking for their first win of the season. That's potentially, by the end of the weekend, a playoff position in the USFL conference. The guy did a video on, Joseph, the guy did a video on. It's possible? I mean, technically, yeah. It is technically possible. Your secondary would be destroyed, though. You have no defense. Your secondary would be destroyed. B. Cooper to Gene getting a lifetime contract. That's basically what it would be. All right, 18-11 is scoring. If you like what you folks, hit that like button, subscribe, post the channel. Done. Remember yesterday? Yep. Can't get too hyped after yesterday, but Sandy on the bump at least. Got Sandy at least. Yep. That's who it is, Joseph. Yep. All right. Alonso pitcher instead of the zone. Regression. Did he just hit a home run yesterday? He literally just hit a home run yesterday. If anything, Alonso is playing lights out this year. If anything, Alonso is playing lights out. One strikeout doesn't mean regression. There's no world where that means regression. No, he hit a home run yesterday. Yeah, in the 8th inning. He hit a home run yesterday. Yeah, in the 8th inning. He was 3 for 3 yesterday. He had 3 RBI. You know, he was 3 for 3. What's that noise? I don't know. I don't hear anything. Might be on your end because I don't hear anything. Yeah, Alonso was great yesterday. He was 3 for 3. He's playing lights out this year. I could not. Oh, God. Do I know Barry? Yes, I do know Barry. Yes. I helped out on some copyright stuff. I did help him on some copyright stuff. Here comes either watched or sleepy. I mean, to be fair, it's the first game of a late road trip where games are starting at 1 o'clock at night. So, I get it. Yeah, I get it. Preseason and schedule prediction. Yes, I will. I'll do a prediction video. What MLB team should the alt logo be the main logo? Ooh. Good question. Alt logo be the main. Did I have the wrong number the entire time I was doing this video? You're kidding me. Hang on. Oh my God. I had the wrong number the entire time. I'm an idiot. That's okay. All right, kickoff here. The 27. St. Louis Battlehawks. Yeah. Ralph them in copyright? No. No, I've never. So Williams coming out there. And here we go. Last drive, a quick 3 and out. Ball to 27. Assuming it's Barry on that one. The handoff here up the middle to the 30, and we'll call it a gain of 3 for Prince. A new video dropping after this is done. I'm going to try to get it after this is done. I'm going to guess me on that one. Take a wild guess there. Take a wild guess. Shot in the dark on that one. That was the name they went by on Twitter, though. That's what we got us following on Twitter. 2nd and 6. They give once again. Prince, gain of 2. Thrown down on the play after that by Israel Antoine. 3rd and 4. So I said my least favorite day's work 5-1. Oof. Use Lionel Hutz for copyright. Oh, God. God bless Lionel Hutz. God bless that man. Third and 5. Williams over the middle. That ball's caught by his tight end. First down to the 47. It's Ryan Izzo. H to the Izzo. Gain of about 15. First down. Memphis trying to get a drive going, down by 7. So avoid becoming the first team to fall to 0-3 this season. 8.5 to go. Close one so far. It's actually been a pretty fun one to watch. Roughnecks Mark. I do not know him. Hand off to the outside. Prince stuffed behind the line. Loss of 2 to Sean Bauer on the stop. Brings up 2nd and 12. I've helped out a bunch of YouTubers. I don't know Roughnecks Mark. I guess he would die if he drank magnesium. I'm guessing that would not be good. Second and 12. Play action to Prince. Williams hit as he throws. Incomplete. 3rd and 12. There's baseball stuff. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't helped him out. There's a bunch of guys that I have helped, though. I've given them templates and given them advice and whatnot. But I haven't heard anything from him. But I am usually the go-to guy for that kind of stuff if any problem arises. 3rd and 12. Williams. A takeoff and run for the first to the 50. Nice block there. We'll get 11. I see what you did there, Jacob. I see what you did there. Gain of 11. Ball at the 45. Y4 has to sack me. Yep. You're telling me. Tester do the best for St. Louis. I think he will. He feeds off good energy. St. Louis games always have good energy. Great block there by Jonathan Adams. In the second level, 4th and 1. And they're going to go for it here with 6:34. Timeout. I think Houston want to get their defense set for this one. Warriors throw that could play. I think at least 3. Denied someone help copyright. I've told people straight up. Yeah, so I've told people straight up before. This is not fair use. I have, I never denied help. But I've told people before with certain videos, hey, they ask, should I fight this? And I've watched them you should not fight this. No, this is not fair use. You will not win this. I cannot in good conscience help you out here. This one just gotta take the L. Because if you fight, it's gonna be bad for your channel going forward because you get penalized by YouTube and you're not gonna win this thing. This is not fair use. So I haven't denied anyone help, but I have, it's almost like how, with lawyers, you don't take on every case if you're a lawyer. You hear, someone comes in for a consultation, You hear the facts of the case, and then you tell them, like, okay, like, I want to deep dig. I think I can take this on. Or, yeah, you don't really have a case here. What doesn't qualify as fair use? If you're not transforming the content, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't qualify as fair use. Highlight channels. They're a big one. Highlight channels are not fair use. So, if let's say you upload a video of, let's say I upload a video of the Roughnecks pick 6. It's just the pick 6. So, I upload that to my channel, and I get a copyright claim from Fox. Or, that's not fair use. I didn't transform the content. I took a substantial highlight of the game. I did not change the purpose of it at all. You know, Janky Wisuisu Hammer Bear with Flintstones, yep. Like, there is a lot of cases where it's like there's a lot of channels. A lot of John Boy stuff is not fair use. Like, I don't know what John Boy's doing. But a lot of his stuff is not even close to fair use. A lot of his stuff... Movie reaction? It depends. Depends. For movie reactions. It's like Nostalgia Critics? No. No, that's fair use. First videos, you were right. Yep, they're not fair use. And I've gotten claims for those. I didn't fight those. I got claims, and if they want me to take it down, I would take them down. I didn't even bother fighting those. Transform, basically, the content serves a new purpose than what the original footage is. So let's say, like, I have a clip in this next video of a game from the 1960s. Let's just say I have a clip. I'm clipping, like, the purpose of that is to show off a specific player, while telling a story about that player that you can't otherwise get from watching the game footage itself. You know, they're looking to see if he extended the ball for a first down. Pereira's looking at this. But, so, it's almost like the original footage was a highlight video made by the NFL of the 1967 game, let's say. A highlight video of, like, a Cardinals game from 1967. I'm using that footage to describe an incident involving the Cardinals involving that player that you would not have gone from watching that video. Yeah, I did see the Carl Jobs situation. He's an idiot. And honestly, I think he should be sued by the people that did his Kickstarter, because he filed that lawsuit under false pretenses. I think everyone thought the lawsuit, when the way that he was describing the lawsuit was over the cheating allegations, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It was about a completely false thing. 4th-and-1 handoff, first down. They need a yard, got a yard, down to the 44. The lawsuit was over the fact that he said that Billy Mitchell was responsible for someone's death, when that wasn't true. But he deceived his viewers to think the lawsuit was about the fact that Billy Mitchell was suing him because he said he cheated at Donkey Kong. It was a dupe. He should be sued by his fans for that. Like, he should be kicked off the platform. Like, he lost everyone's trust. He lost everyone's trust with that. You can't file a lawsuit. Like, you can't deceive your fans on false pretense like that for a lawsuit. Prince, to the side, loses 2. All I do is literally apologize, put out an apology video. And he would have been free. Just, the video was about him cheating. Don't put that line in there. It's like if I say Patrick Mahomes is a bad quarterback, and, like, he's overrated, didn't play good Super Bowl, and by the way, he murdered 3 people when he was in college, and they covered it up. Like, why do we need to throw that in there? Like, the video is about Mahomes not being a good quarterback, and I just throw that in there. All I gotta do is take it, like it never should have been in the video in the first place. 2nd and 14, you know, Carl, he can rot for all I care after that. Over the middle, crawl route, caught, gain of 10. Yeah, all I did was just change the video, make an apology, issue a retraction, it'd be fine. Thoughts on Kent State football situation? Kenny Burns, thank God he's not going to be there anymore. Stole money, awful last year. Yeah, wrongfully terminated. Yeah, good luck with that. Wrongfully terminated when you had a winless record the year before, and when you stole $20,000 from your own coaches and from other people. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. 3rd and 5, 4 down territory here. Like, it's when I saw, like, when I was hearing, like, Billy Mitchell won a case, I'm like, how on earth did Billy Mitchell win a lawsuit? I was like, how did he win a lawsuit? I'm like, you can't really, like, slander his reputation anymore than it has because it's already in the toilet. We all know he cheated at games. I'm like, that's a dangerous precedent. Then, like, I saw the facts of the case. I'm like, oh, crap. Yeah, we were all duped. Like, we were all duped. You know, they had a good receiver. And Elman played there for a bit. I was like, oh, we were all duped. Never mind. Yeah, it does put you on the hook. Because it does damage your reputation. Badly. He could prove damages. And it was knowingly false. And he had plenty of chances to remedy the situation. He didn't do it. Yeah, I want to do some, like, law videos going forward. I do want to use, like, some sports-related law YouTube videos. Because, like, there's a lot of, like, with YouTube and whatnot. Because I get a lot. I love talking about it. It's, like, right in my wheelhouse. Yeah, I've been following the details of that very closely. It's like, holy cow. Yeah, I did see that with Lane Dexter. I did see that. Because you have to charge I believe, yeah. And that's not what Billy Mitchell was. But that was with the cheating stuff. I love that. Let's see, lead. That's a bummer. 3 on the top, 1 on the bottom. 3rd and 4. Williams. Pressure. Pod collapse. Going to step up and run for the first. He's got it with his legs. Another big 3rd down run by Williams to the 30-yard line. Forced out of bounds by Rashad Williams. Gain a 6 and a 1st. 4 minutes to go. Like, that's the other thing, too. Like, the first NFL history video I did was, yes, it was Veterans Stadium, how they almost got Super Bowl 21. It was September 2019 I did the video. Steve Young Solar? No. No, not that I know of. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Okay, Jobs of Sports YouTube. Yeah, everything I said in that was verifiably true. Like, truth is an absolute defense. That's the other thing. Truth is an absolute defense. I've had people try and sue me. Houston's challenging for potential penalty on the last play would negate the first down. It's like, if he put... Right, LaRussa, yeah. If he put that in, if Carl put that in, and that was true, then Billy Mitchell had no case. But it clearly wasn't. Yeah, they want to get holding on the play on Deneric Prince. The same was holding JT Tyler. Home with a whopper. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If it's just holding, that negates the first. I don't hate the super challenge here by Houston. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But, like, that's the thing. Like, I've been sued by people. Or attempted to sue. And I'm like, okay, fire away. You got no case. I mean, he said he was going to fight me. He did say that, and I was like, okay. He was on attendance. Yes, let me check. He said he was going to, like, fight me, and, like, I'm like, okay. Like, you do that. Kurt Johnson's good? No. Showboats attendance. Still no announcement. I don't think. No attendance. Didn't I try to sue you? Maybe on a ChatGPT. You did. Okay, Memphis attendance. Here we go. Just got announced. 4,753. I said I was going to be about 5,400. Yeah. 4,753. It went up by 400 fans. From 4,300 last week. Ooh, not good. Said player play for AFC or AFC. Play for both. Play for both. They lose the challenge, no timeouts. First down stays. Houston, no timeouts. I didn't hate the challenge. It looked like it could have been close. Prince was a bit handsy there, but they... 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. The handoff here to Prince. He will get brought at the line of scrimmage down by Bauer. Reply to me. Yeah. 2nd and 10. 3:40 to go. Yeah, basically, basically some player tried to sue me for that, and for defaming them, and I'm like, look, here's the thing. Number one, it's true. Newspaper articles on it, confirmed by multiple sources. 2nd and 10, Williams stepping up, gonna run for the 25, first down the 20, nice block set at the 19-yard line. by Isaiah Washington, gaining him 12 and a first down for Williams. So I'm like, number one, like truth to defense. Number two, you're a public figure. You're an NFL player. You are a public figure. There are many court cases that show NFL players, even after retirement, are public figures. You are a public figure. So you have to prove that I didn't know the truth on that one. And I deliberately did it. Which you can't do. You can't do. And number three, the video right now is not getting a lot of views. If you want me to, I can blow this thing up and say I'm being sued and blow this thing up, and you could be forever known as the guy that tried to sue a YouTuber. And the video can get hundreds of thousands of views. So, your call. Oh, I'm going Lopez on that one. Court said it's like, listen, I had no case. Got burned on that one. Sponsor concerns notice specifically were redacted. Let's see what I shot it down. I'll see if I can show it at some point. I'll see. I'm not sure I still have the emails, but it was good. Went on for like a year. 2nd and 8. Williams. Drag route. Caught wide open. Izzo. Flags fly in the secondary. He said he was going to. He never did. He never did. Gain of 15, but there are flags in the secondary. So remember Commando? I did not see that film. It was after the grab. This could be a pick play. Pass interference on the offense. Yep, it's a pick play. Do I count as a public figure? Do I count as a public figure? I think it depends on the scope of what it is. So there are some people that are public figures in certain areas, but not others. So, like, your local weatherman is a newscast, like, local weatherman in his own place is a public figure. So the weatherman for, let's say, the Phoenix news station. In Phoenix, he's a public figure. In Kansas City, he's a private person. Come on with you. Appreciate you, man. Least favorite constitutional member, probably second. Probably second on that one. It's been construed to mean a lot of different things. And it leads to a lot of litigation. I like both TG and Connor. What happened? Oh, I'll show you what happened. I'll show you what happened. If you want. Basically, he was a massive plagiarist. Plagiarized all his stuff. And I called him out on it. Because he was plagiarizing everyone's content. Come on, under. This will be close. This will be close. Well, you have 36, right? So I don't know if Memphis would go for 1 or 2. Yep. All right, there we go. Yeah, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. That's a nice thing to say. There you go. You know, like, there was like, I could have got, the video could have been 10 hours, but I cut it off at an hour of evidence. I sped up footage too. There was like, I think there was like 50 different things I put in there of like blatantly plagiarizing people. So right around the time H. Bomber Guy's video came out. All right. Oh no, yeah. It was nuts. Did he change? I don't know. I haven't seen his content since. Besides the one video he sent me where he was driving on the street while filming, which is illegal, by the way. Do I have a link? Yep, but just put the link in there. Here's the link. I also have assumptions of pattern behavior where. But based on what you guys have told me, he doesn't do sports anymore. Al Davis tries to bucks over logo copyright? I don't think so. No. No, I didn't hear anything about that. 2nd and 18 after the OPI. All good, GSS. Yeah, it's a long one. You're gonna enjoy this one. Put it that way. I think the plagiarism starts at like the 25-minute mark. I think the first 25 are just explaining what plagiarism is and his history and whatnot. Just to provide some background. But I think 25 minutes in is where the proof starts. If I remember correctly. Alright, 2nd and 18. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of politics now, so not in my wheelhouse. Which, at that point, do whatever you want. I don't know, NKC. I don't know on that one. You want the over? We'll see. The Sandpiper assist a living class action. I did not see that. I did not see that. The guy in Detroit was suspended licensing at a Zoom call in court. He was driving. Yes, I did see that. Oh, that was amazing. I love that one. That was... Oh, sometimes they just incriminate themselves. It's so funny. Like the Judge Judy, the one where they steal the money from someone's purse, and Judge Judy asks the lady to describe the contents of the purse. And it's like, I had my wallet in there, my earrings, my phone, and the guy was like, there were no earrings in there. Like, fantastic. Like, fantastic. Ball to 27. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Williams, they send 4. Middle of the field, incomplete. Stops the clock. Looking there for Ryan Izzo. Would have been a second of the drive. Instead, 3rd and 18. He wasn't supposed to be suspended. Oh. Oh, I didn't see that part. Oh, man. I feel bad for the guy, then. I feel bad for the guy. Yo, Judge Judy has wild cases. I know people that, like, made up cases to get on the show, get free money, because they pay out the lawsuit. 3rd and 18, out route. At the 15, ball is caught. Stays in bounds. 4th and 7. Gotta go for it here. Loxley on the grab. I don't think they're going to try. They did against DC last week where they lined up for a field goal. I think they're going to go for it here. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. One kid broke his wrist running into a wall. Was the wall supposed to be there? Was the wall, like, unusually sharp? Like, yeah. The second picture? Yes. Oh, yeah. 2 the 1 at the top. 4th and 7. They're going for it. End zone seam! Incomplete! Broken up on the play by Colby Richardson. Now, at this point, if you're Memphis, there was a flag on the play. If this is DPI, I was going to say, if it's not DPI, do you super challenge? I was going to say, if this is not DPI, do you super challenge this? It's on Houston. Flag, 1st down. Roughing the passer. And the Roughnecks have no super challenges. They can't challenge this one. 1st and goal. The drive will stay alive. Is it a 2-0 lead? All right. Williams got hit in the head. That's the right call. Darius Merengue hit him in the head. It wasn't a late hit, but it was a high hit, and that'll be called anywhere. Got hit in the helmet. Ball to 2. You know, I'm a sign. Yep. There's some good cases there. 1st and goal for Memphis. 3 at the top, bottom 1 at the top. Been a fun game so far. Appreciate you guys tuning in. 65 people in the chat. Let's do this thing. In the flat, incomplete, looking for his back. Looking there for Jalen Jackson. 2nd and goal, 1:02 to go. Ejection, no ejection? No ejection on that one. No ejection. Wasn't dirty, but it was his hand touched the helmet. It wasn't like a helmet-to-helmet hit in the head. Memphis changed quarterbacks late in the 3rd after Perry threw back-to-back interceptions, including a pick 6. Williams in the gun. 2nd and goal. Handoff here goes to Jackson. Gain of 1. The Showboats have 2 timeouts. They have to figure they want to bleed this clock as much as possible to not let Houston have any chance here to get it back. You're treating this like it's the final drive. Wisenhunt, his 2nd game with the team. Again, did not coach the 1st game. Third and goal. Now you're on the clock. Well, Memphis is going to call timeout here. Yeah, I treat this as the last one. I treat this as the last drive. For me personally, you can play this a lot of different ways. You could treat this as... In the NFL, you treat it as the last drive. UFL, because conversions are not guarantees, I don't know. But personally, I treat this as the last drive. How's it going for outside? Just, leave for London, just right to the airport. Nice. A lot of flying going from Seattle to London. Wow. 3rd and goal. A 10-minute drive for the Showboats. It's drive taking forever. I treat this as the last drive. Go for 1, 2, or 3. You don't go for 3. Make no sense to go for 3. Because going for 3 is harder than going for 2. You get the lead either way. Personally, with the way you're running him has not been good. I go for 2. I'll go for 2 if I get it. I would go for 2. I would try to end the game right then and there. I don't go for 1. You definitely don't go for 3. 3 is a dumb decision. Because there's no difference between 2018 and 1918. Back to the red and gray colors. I do have that helmet right there. I do have the red and gray. Let's go, Marco. Appreciate you tuning in. 3rd and goal. Yeah, I didn't go for the lead. But I got to get this first. 3rd and goal. I formation. We've seen a lot of teams run the wing T in this spot. They're not going to do it here. I think they've got a defensive tackle lined up as a lead blocker. It doesn't work. Stuffed at the 4. Jameer Jones, flag on the play. This might be illegal formation. They had a defensive tackle lined up as the lead blocker. It doesn't work. Illegal formation. They'll decline this penalty. 4th and goal. No. They're accepting? Why the hell would you accept that penalty? 4th and goal at the 4 versus 3rd and goal at the 6. Do you want... Why would you give him 2 chances from the 6 versus 1 chance from the 4? That's got to be a mistake. That's got to be a mistake. There's no way you accept that penalty. There is no way Curtis Johnson accepted that. No. Okay, no, he declined. He declined. Referee made a mistake. Thank God. Thank God. I was going to say 4th and goal at the 5 versus 3rd and goal at the 6. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. False alarm. False alarm. False alarm. Referee said the wrong thing. False alarm. The referee said 3rd down. False alarm. Johnson made the right call. 4th and goal. Last chance. Williams stepping up. Running. Sets the edge. Another big run for Troy. T as in Troy. T as in touchdown. 18-17. So is this the 4th? It's the 4th. It is the 4th. And now decision time here. 1 to tie, 2 for the lead. What do you do if you're Memphis? In a must-win game to avoid dropping to 0-3. Williams, 2 big runs this drive on 3rd down. A touchdown run there. A 10-minute drive. What do you do? They're going to go for 2. They're going for 2. From the 2. Or the 5, I should say. I don't hate this. I agree with this call. Go for 2 from the 5. Williams, hit as he throws. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. No flags. Does Memphis super challenge just for the heck of it? I think you got it if you're Wizenhunt. You have a timeout. You have your super challenge. I think you super challenge just for the heck of it. You got nothing to lose. You literally have nothing to lose. He was hit on the throw. See if there's roughing the passer. See if there was a defensive holding or something. See if there's anything. It's not really gutsy because, again, it's not an extra point. It's not an extra point. It's not an extra point. If it was extra point, it's gutsy. Do you super challenge this? Super challenge something. A clean hit. Is there anything you could super challenge on that just because? They're not going to. Look pretty clean. 4th and 12 of the 28. Remember, UFL, yeah, looks clean. 4th and 12. They have a timeout. Gotta get this, otherwise the game is over and the Roughnecks will win for just the second time since the merger. It's been a fun game so far. The over comes say finally the over. Yeah, that's one thing you don't say in that spot. The game is more important at that point. Like, I get, like, talking about bets. I get it. But you don't do it there. You don't do it when there's a game-tying touchdown. Oh, don't even tell me Memphis called timeout. If they call timeout, they have none left, and they can't use the middle of the field. That would be a mistake on their end. That would be a mistake on Memphis if they call timeout. That would be a mistake if the clock is stopped. I don't see any... They are going to super challenge. There we go. There is the super challenge. It's a late challenge, like about 2 minutes in, but there's the super challenge that I was talking about. I was like, you have it, you might as well use it. You got nothing to lose here. Memphis is challenging. I don't know what for. They're going to, I think, challenge for PI or defensive holding. At the top of the route. Jerseys were being tugged. There was some bumping by Isaac and some by Richardson. Colby Richardson, Keenan Isaac. Now, there really should be a shot clock for the super challenge, because the fact that it took 2 minutes for that is incredible. It shouldn't be 2 minutes, but there could be holding there on Keenan Isaac, on Jonathan Adams. It really should not be that way. It really should be, there should be a shot clock for the super challenge. They have 20 seconds to throw the challenge flag, because that is insane. It shouldn't take 2 minutes. But is there defense bowling at the top of the route on Colby Richardson working on Jonathan Adams? Could this be? I'll put a poll up. Like I said, you got nothing to lose. You got absolutely nothing to lose here. We got 73 people in the chat right now. If you like, we see a link, subscribe. We have the emojis in the shirts for other than we see Showboats and the Roughnecks. If you remember, we got those emojis in there. All right. 20 and 29 season review in all places. No, fiction on that one. Big call here, obviously. This is basically the ball game. Was there enough? At least time out, but that's not really relevant compared to potential second chance. I don't think there's enough. It was just classic bump and run at the top of the route. Look clean to me. Again, it's worth it. It's worth it. If it's even remotely close, it's worth it in that spot. NFL Super Challenge? I don't think they will. I don't think they will. They will get denied. They lose their timeout. But again, remember, UFL rules, clock stops on first downs automatically to reset. You got to get this play, spike it, get out of bounds, and Coughlin's got a strong leg, yet he's 91% over the last 3 seasons in spring football. You get to the 40 here, get the first down, get another 15-yard play, you got a chance. 13 seconds, they send 6. Williams, sacked! The Roughnecks will win! There are no flags on the field! Williams gets sacked. Now there is a flag. Hang on a second, there is a flag. Hang on. There is a flag. It's a late flag. Illegal hands to the face on the defense. Hang on. Hang on. It's not the worst penalty. It's a 5-yarder, so at the 33-yard line. So you don't have enough time. It's still okay for Houston. It's not over yet. It's a very late flag. They get O'Neal with hands to the face. So Memphis first down at the 33. They retain possession, but they only have 5 seconds. In some ways, it's a pretty strategic penalty. I don't think it was designed that way, but in that spot, 13 seconds, it's not going to mean a lot. Don't get beat deep. Just mug everyone. Get the 5-yard penalty, and now, I mean, that's a loophole. They gotta fix that loophole, because that actually a smart penalty by Houston. In the grand scheme of things, smart penalty. Final play. Williams. Hail Mary time. Caught at the 35, bobbled, caught, stays in play. Lesser laterals in. It's a bad lateral to Pierce, picked up by the Roughnecks. They'll go down, and that's your ball game. Pitchy woo-woo play does not work. And the Roughnecks will win for the first time this season. Absolutely, RFK. The best college team would win. Yes. The Roughnecks win 18-17. They go on the road. Just their second win since the merger. The Roughnecks only had 3 points of the half. Their defense comes up big. 3 turnovers forced the second half. And Houston, despite not touching the ball the final 10 minutes, wins the game by 1. The Roughnecks was close at the end. Williams completed the pass to Lassiter. Tried some pitchy woo-woo. It did not work out. Memphis falls to 0-3. Houston, their first win of the season. And a chance to be tied for a playoff spot should Michigan lose tomorrow to San Antonio. All right. Screw it, let's do OT. Why not? Let's do overtime. Why not? We're not done with the stream yet, folks. We're not done with the stream yet, because now we do this little thing that we like to call... Ooh, whoa. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Watch it, watch it. Yeah, Houston won. We're doing this thing I like to call overtime. If you don't know how OT works, it's madness. How OT works is simple. I put 5 minutes on the clock. Every donation increases the time that we're on stream. Once, yeah, I think Michigan's winning that game too. Once that clock hits 0, we close it. Nolan Harrison 10 for 11 that game, meanwhile. He should have the starting job over Brown going forward. He really should. All right, so you see what it takes to get into the queue? And with that, let's start the clock. Let's do some overtime, baby. New video going to drop after we get done with this stream. Probably around 7 o'clock Eastern time. See what it takes to get into the queue. UFL more yet. We got both games tomorrow. Both games tomorrow, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And again, every donation counts toward You Make the Call. How much so we're going to keep the You Make the Call going until Sunday. Yeah, the picks by Memphis Carlson for sure. Big time on that one. We're going to keep the You Make the Call going until Sunday. So today will not be the last day for You Make the Call. You Make the Call is going to close on Sunday because it's close enough. It's close enough. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in for this one. All right, so you see what it takes to get into the queue? Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. There is no set time limit for this. I'm worried about these games. Yep. Michael with a 2. I'll put a poll up. Foreclosure of a Dream. Let's do it. Which game do you want? Put the poll up. Worried about these games. Uninteresting. Well, this one was good. This one was good. So it's down for OT? No, that's GeoGuessr. That's GeoGuessr. It's never been an hour for OT. We got a lot right now in the queue. Let's go. All right. Reset that clock. We've got... Oh, is that the Jesse Waters one, David? I haven't seen it forever. I haven't seen that. Oh man, is that the Jesse Waters one? Oh god. Oh man, we got Michael with another 2. All right, here we go. So let me see. 2, 2, 2. Let me add that. You want Giants? Had a feeling on that one. Where are we going here? Which game do you want, David? I'll get you the call for it. Giants are drugs. Oh god, it's mom. Swim both favorite American stuff ever. All right, we'll do that. Oh, it's not that one. Oh, okay. Oh boy. You want to fly watching overtime? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, Roughnecks Showboats? No, this one was good. This one was fine. What are we at money wise? 2, 2, 2, and 12. We're at that. All right. You want Blue Jays? All right, Dave will get you on Blue Jays. Rob on the Giants. And then low scoring. Well, this one was good. The best game so far is between the 3 worst teams of the UFL. Yep, you're right on that. Now, DC St. Louis could be good. I will say DC St. Louis could be interesting. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start with Foreclosure of a Dream. All right, here we go. The video will drop 1 hour after the stream is done. So we'll come out tonight 1 hour after the stream is done. All right, let me just get everything in the queue. Okay. Oh, God. Browns are the worst team? I think so. They have the worst defense, worst offense. Kelmon's not good. Yeah, I'm picking St. Louis for that game, too. Giants know drugs. I'm not sure how much I know about drugs either. Winning bullets. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, DC Teamu is inconsistent. I think St. Louis wins that game, but I think the over could hit on that one. I think the over could hit. Okay, foreclosure of a dream. Here we go. This album is very 90s. It's very, like, structured. Not as moshy. This is grunge. Yeah, this is very much grunge. It's a whole different sound from Megadeth, this album. What quarterback be a kicker? I don't know. Probably strongest legs we're looking at by that point. So, who's got the strongest leg? It's two most opposite. Oh! Oh, it's that one. Oh, God. I cannot wait to see that. Oh, gosh. Will I get to risk? Oh, boy. I definitely hear it here. Like, this is very radio-friendly. This is by far the most radio-friendly album. I'm hearing a lot of Queensryche in there. Do you know how to go from... Yes. Moved to California? Oh, that's where you're going to California. Yeah, I knew she lived in Tennessee. Doing the long distance thing? That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm assuming that's what I remember that. Ace double again? Oh boy. Okay, I don't know about okay. Super ladder? Yeah, we're doing OT. We're in OT. Sorry about your under, Cujo. The overhit. I know, it's crazy. The overhit. Go to California, see, heard of him? That's awesome. Have a great time, man. The over actually hit, Cujo. I'm not kidding. At least the original over. I'm not sure which one you got at, but the original over hit, 34.5. Braves Phillies game? Yes, it did. It did finish. We called it. We called the game. We did the 11th. We had a lot of people on stream for that one. Yeah, it was a dumb decision too. Ozuna was on up to bat. First base was open. It was it was a 2-2 game, and they didn't walk him. Bit 200 there. Thank God I didn't. Yep. Good thing it didn't there. That drop it's a hit. Yep, they did. But it hit. It did hit nonetheless. Yeah, I don't know what they can do. Again, well, feel the better team, but still, it's like today, Saturday afternoon, perfect weather. It's done. Glenn Drover actually was briefly in Jeff Tate's Queensryche, but left due to the direction Jeff was going. Well, this feels very Queensryche. Key change on this too. It's not all I expected of Megadeth. Olsen's not a future Hall of Famer. But even so, he was struggling all series, was struggling all game. It was a bad move. It was just a horrible, horrible move. Either way. Look at the Showboats. Yeah, I think Louisville will be a great spot for them. Olsen is not a future Hall of Famer. Is after time Megadeth? Ah, that makes sense. Alright, so we have those clips in. Alright. Next up. And I bring him up trying to get the double play ball. Patrick Pearson, it's going to be close. That one's going to be close. Then we're going to close play here. Fullbacks go to the Giants-Phillies game. That one is very close. I'll put a poll up. I go either way on that one. I really could go either way on Peterson. I could go either way there. I go either way on Peterson. He is awfully close. All decades team. I would be inclined to say yes. I would be inclined to say yes on that one. It's going to take a while. But I'm going to be inclined to say yes. Patrick Peterson will make the Hall of Fame. 3-time first-team All-Pro. Personally, Lamar Parrish should be in. He's not in. Who thinks better than Antonio Judge? Right now, no one. Right now, no one is better than those two guys. Jonathan India is better. Besides Jonathan India. All right. Oh, God, it's Mom. C-SPAN. All right, here we go. Oh, boy. This feels... It's only going to be a joke. Must Sam throw his guitar and barely miss Glenn? Oh, wow. If I could have some of his quarterbacks ever, I don't know about that, but... Oh, it's... Oh, boy. God. I love they have to think it's a prank call, and they're like, no, this is real. They're just embarrassed. Oh, my God. Oh my God. I mean I feel the mom on this. I feel the mom on this. I really do. The last thing I want to talk about is politics at Thanksgiving. Pastor Pearson better than Eric Allen? Oh, no disagreements there. Top 100? Oh, easily top 100 corners. Otani got 1 for 11 to his first open walk-off round second. He walked the Nile. Her face Shohei with 2 outs. No, but Shohei's different than Matt Olson. It's almost like Schwarber. It's almost like Schwarber. Like, he can be struggling all he wants. I'm not pitching to him, potentially, with bases loaded. I'm not giving him anything good. I'm not getting a fastball over the middle. And move, are there any UFL teams different cities? Probably not. Probably just Memphis. God. Oh, no. It's amazing. The Suns just want this to be done with. The Suns just want this to be done with. Schwarber, no. Harper, absolutely. Football impediments might free him at this point? I think so. How's it going, Joe? Turn 28. Happy 28th, man. Happy 28th. Oh, my God. Happy 28th. Appreciate you tuning in. Man, yeah, busy day. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. All right, Giants and no drugs. Again, you see what it takes to get into the queue. Okay, where's Giants? Okay, wait, hang on. Is there a timestamp on this one? Hang on, timeout. I don't see it. Is there a timestamp? I can probably find it. Hang on. I can probably find it. Does John only appear for one segment? Does he only appear for one segment? I don't see Allie in the slip box. Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, I see it. Why do I not see Allie in this segment? Where'd Allie go? Okay, here we go. Giants and no drugs. Tons of to each other. Oh yeah, you can't do that. I mean, it should never be that. It should be that heated. All right, here we go. You don't know what where Allie went. Okay, here we go. First question. Just say no. Oh no. Please tell me he gets it right. In the 80s. Yes. Oh my god, please tell me he gets this one right. Just say no. Oh my god, Johnny. Johnny. Just say no. Just say no. Houston, Memphis. Oh, it was a great game. Close game, too. Very close game. Yep. Oh, he got it right. He got it right. Which famous person? Oh, I actually don't know on that one. I'm watching message. Yes. No, Michael Jordan did not coin the phrase. We're not on that. Match Nancy, match and shirt. Oh, that's cute. I did see that was Isaiah Thomas, which 8-ball. Wait, what? 8-ball booger sugar, is that Coke? I actually don't know that one. I love frogs. So you missed. It came down to a 2-point conversion at the very end. 2-point conversion at the very end of that one. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas. The fact that Isaiah Thomas is preaching about a professional work environment is hysterical, knowing, well, everything about. You watch Soul Train? I didn't know that. It's gotta be Coke. Yeah, alright, there we go. There we go. Alright. Memphis going for one? No. It's not an extra point. Remember, extra point, it's 1 from the 2-yard line. Your run game was not good. You're calling the same from the 2 that you were from the 5. I go for 2. DEA. DEA? The Drug Education Act? I don't know on that one. I actually don't know. DEA. I'm going to go Drug Education Act. Well, D is drugs. Could not mean anything. Timer's up. Yep. We got one more thing in the queue. $5 more gets in the queue, though. $5 more gets in the queue at this point. Is it drugs? Drug Enforcement Agency? Oh, man. Nope, we're not on that. Drugs everything. Yeah, definitely not. DEA. DEA. Drugs. The Drugs Environment Association. Absolutely not. God. Something about Sandy? Yeah, it's been a few bad starts. Wow, the drug environmental, wow. I would have gone Drug Education Act. Nailed it. He's anti-drugs? I never would have gotten that. I never would have guessed that about Johnny at all. Yeah, it's crazy. Like LeBron did nothing wrong. He wore no shirt to warm up. So what? He wants a professional work environment. One way you could do LSD. God. Yeah, literally joke this is my game. Got fired for a hostile work environment. Yeah. Yep. That's good. He got it. Ron Showman shirtless? He can wear whatever he wants. It's not a big deal for me. There's like many actual gripes with LeBron. That one I don't care about. People, I mean, people play basketball shirts v skins all the time. Missed the game, what happened? Memphis had a 10-minute drive at the very end. Both teams benched their quarterback. EJ Perry threw 2 picks, including a pick 6. Houston won. And, Memphis benched their quarterback. They benched Perry for Williams. Went on a 10-minute drive at the very end, but it was 2 for game time, too. Yeah. Ooh. 50 times more powerful. 100 times more powerful than morphine. Woo. Guessing fentanyl. I'm guessing fentanyl. 50 times more powerful than heroin. 100 times more powerful than porno than morphine. I'm going fentanyl. I'm going to go fentanyl on that one. It's not cocaine. It could be cocaine. It could. Houston be good? No. No, they beat up on the worst team in the league. They still have no offense. They only put up 11 points offensively today, or 12 points offensively. The big... Oh, my God. My God. God. Oh my God, this is amazing. My God. Jesus. Not really 2 hours. I have to check that out. 50 times stronger than heroin. 100 times strong, more potent than morphine. Just gonna guess. Okay, he finally got there. He finally got there. It took him forever, but he finally got there. Okay, thank God. He finally got there. He got it right. He did well that round. You know, Johnny did well that round. Johnny did well. I gotta give him credit. 68% think Patrick Peterson Hall of Fame, by the way. All right, Megadeth, Sweat and Bullets. Last thing on the queue again. $5 more gets you in at this point. There's no stream tonight. All right, we're gonna do this one. All right. So you'd rather bring that way? Yeah, I mean, like, depends how Rick had said what the differences are, but for me personally, like, I have friends on both sides of it. As long as you're, like, nice to the people and whatnot. Like, I really... Like, as long as you're nice to people and whatnot. Like, obviously, my family, we don't agree on everything with politics, but... Wait, what? What is this song? What? What is this song? What is this Halloween sounding song? I love this. This feels like a Halloween song. This is my favorite one by them so far. This is my favorite one. Yeah, this is the best one so far. I was not expecting this at all. Oh, this song is good. And Joe come back to Fox? Probably not. Rankings aren't great for the NHL. Wow. This is so radio friendly too. God. Sounds nothing like their 80s work. Oh my gosh. This is incredible. I never would have thought the vocals would be like this for this song. This is a fun song. Almost Eastern. I think it was 8 hours one time. Next game is tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So there's only one game today. Oh, so there's 3-0 deficit, 5-0 just up. Ever seen my IFL? Maybe at some point. I do like watching arena football. Here we go. This song rocks. This is the best one by far. Threw me for a loop, but man. IFL team, the Sharks from the IFL now, right? They're in the IFL, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Sharks are my team. You played Mary next year? That's awesome. Thank you, congratulations. Wow. That was great. That was my sitter. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Oh, man. 5 double plays today? Jeez, that's a lot of double plays. All right, there's 7 left in the queue, so unless anything happens while I sign off here, that's going to do it. So, game plan. New video dropping in an hour. Should be up by 7 o'clock Eastern time. Clips are in, script is done, script has been recorded, just have to splice it all together, and we'll be good to go. So, that's the game plan there. Tomorrow, Busy Dave streaming. We're going to be live. We're going to be talking about the Masters while it takes place. We do have UFL 2 games tomorrow. And we have Cubs-Dodgers Sunday Night Baseball. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. Houston wins 18-17. And I will see you guys tomorrow. New video dropping in an hour. Make sure you check that out. Going back to the 60s for the draft for this one.